I want to welcome you guys all to session 3 of The Secret of the Dragon Emperor. I'll just quickly recap where we were and where we left off. We entered into the Misty Vale and we encountered a man on the path who had been shot with a black arrow. He handed us a rolled up bundle. It contained a map of the Misty Vale as well as a fragment of a statuette, and he told us to speak to Leonara, I think was her name. And he died before we could save him. We were ambushed by goblins. We made our way into the Misty Vale, went to the village of Outskirts, to the Three Stags Inn, no less, where we learned some rumors of different areas of interest where bold adventurers such as us might go to seek a name for ourselves. We also spoke with the waitress Annabelle, who confided that she was actually this Leonara, and she represented a group that was seeking truth and knowledge, and that if we could obtain the other fragments of that statuette, she would pay us handsomely for them, as her group would be keenly interested in it. We ventured to Rittermound, an old burial mound, had our asses handed to us by the White inside and the ghost wife, but we managed to turn the tables and hand their asses back to them, and came out on top. We did not find a fragment of the statuette there, but we did obtain some treasure and some much needed experience, and we learned the importance of rope. We then met a traveling halfling merchant named Theobald. I think it was Theobald. And he told us some rumors of a place called Bothild's Lode, an old dwarven mine, as well as another area. It was a temple far to the northeast of the Misty Vale. This was the Temple of the Purple Flame, and so these are two additional places that we might seek pieces of the statuette. We passed on our way from Rittermound to Bothild's Lode, Deepfall Breach, a great crevasse in the earth where it had been rent open, said to hold countless chambers and passages and rooms and old forgotten dungeons in there. Perhaps a piece could be found there. But we have found ourselves in Bothild's Lode. And upon entering, we were waylaid by goblins who poured hot, steaming goblin stew on us, shot us with arrows. We burst into a larger room and fought the entire garrison. It was a terrific battle, and then we managed to retreat to the room we are in now to rest from our injuries. And I believe we took a shift rest. We should have recovered everything by this point. I think everyone was able to sleep. And so that's where we left off. We are in that room. There are no sounds of goblins having returned to the area, no sounds of other habitation. From the main room where we fought most of the goblins, there were two side passages that led up to the room we're in now, as well as a passage on the eastern wall that went deeper into the complex. Where do we go from here?
Well, we came from the north stairwell. We may as well go to the southern one, yes?
Yeah, let me take us all down there. Drag us down into here. Well, let's see. Do it piece by piece. We're a little too wide there. Let me drag some of you. So I think this was the stairwell. There were two stairwells. I think one had the warg pens, smelled like wet warg and warg excrement, and the other had some old bits of wagons, it seemed.
Oh, so we're back in the...
Yep, so we're back in the main room. But from here, there was an entrance in the eastern wall that seemed to lead deeper into the complex.
Unlock. Lovely.
Now, from there, give me an awareness roll, Thaddeus.
Uh-oh. Oh, wow, okay.
Do you want to push that at all?
Oh, I think I'm not gonna.
Ahead of you, the tunnel seems to be cold, damp, and it smells musty. The there is you can hear tiny droplets of water trickling down from the high ceiling, and the floor seems to be flat and level. The walls look as though they are just hewn stone. They're not smooth. This is clearly a mine shaft that has been excavated and has not been smoothed out to be like a living chamber. There is a great ghostly haze in here from the water dripping down that makes it hard to see more than a few meters ahead. But there is dwarven artwork on the walls, which bears witness to the former grandeur of this place. It looks as though perhaps they have started to make some of those carvings in the walls, where otherwise you'll see an excavation and perhaps a vein of metal that has been chased. Phineas, what are you attempting to learn?
Well, I'd just like to know if I can recall anything about this dwarven artwork.
You do. So you recall that this mine, and the name Bothild brings knowledge and memories to your mind of your study, that that nearly 200 years ago, the dwarves made themselves very rich in this mine, but it was suddenly abandoned, and there was a desperate search for riches by Bothild. That Bothild, who was a great dwarven matron, a female, she spurred her workers to dig deeper and deeper until they finally broke through to a huge underground mass of water. The mine was said to be flooded, and shortly after that is when the dwarves fled. Do you continue into the mine?
Yeah, I suppose you would.
You've not found the piece of the statue here, so let's go deeper into the mine. Let me grab some tokens. Thaddeus, Phineas, Julianna, and Agatha. And does Phineas have his light? Does anyone else have light?
Yes.
Does Agatha have light?
Let me check. Where
You
the hell
have
my
a
door?
torch.
I thought I had a torch. I do not.
Phineas
I
has
can
us
give
covered.
you one. Yeah, Phineas does. True.
Do you want to carry a torch as well, Agatha?
You can
Sure.
have mine if you like.
I'll just light it for you. Thaddeus hands you a torch. The tunnel appears to be flooded here. Immediately you can see water, and it is not just any water, it is very, very cold water. In fact, the water is so cold that you will need to make a bushcraft roll for every stretch of time you spend here to not become cold by this water. Now, the water you're in now is quite shallow. It goes, maybe for a human, probably goes up to just above your thighs. For Agatha, that's maybe up to her armpits. It's a little bit more difficult. This means that dashing would be impossible, but you can otherwise move normally. If you get into some slightly darker water, and I'll point it out when we get there, that it represents deep water, where you must swim to cross that. And in some places you can see the bottom. If it's the darkest of the dark waters, and I'll tell you when we get there, that is bottomless water. There is no bottom, and you have to swim to get through that.
Thaddeus?
Phineas will cast his heat and
Yeah.
chill, which will make it pleasantly warm around us to avoid that.
Excellent. So
bushcraft
we
roll.
will not need to make bushcraft rolls then, because of the heat and chill. That staves off the cold of that water.
Oh, lovely.
Who takes the lead?
I'm gonna need Thaddeus to give me upsies.
Now, right here, you can see there's some darker blue water. This would be like bottomless water. You see it just drop away into an abyss.
Goodness, I would not want to fall down there?
Thaddeus, give me a 12-sided die roll, please. All right, you may continue.
Good.
Oh, I hate everything about this.
Now, up here to the left, you can see water this would be deep water. This isn't bottomless water. You would need to swim to get kind of around that corner and see what lies beyond.
I would not volunteer for this, but if any wish to swim, there may be something around here.
Is it possible that we can like rope off? I know we've got rope now. I think Brêg's got it.
Yes, do you want to just tie ropes to everyone?
I'd feel really good about that, because I'm a halfling in chainmail.
You're an anchor.
Yes.
So you can see over here to your right, Thaddeus, is more of that deep water that you would need to swim through, and up ahead you can see deep water as well.
We all will be swimming tonight.
Now, just to go over the swimming rules again, everyone does know how to swim. You can easily swim. If you do any maneuver like diving down, that's a swim roll. But to just move through an area, everyone knows how to do that. If you're wearing chainmail or plate mail, you have to make a swim roll every round. Otherwise, it's a swim roll every stretch just to remain afloat.
What if I've got this fancy chainmail?
It's still metal. I think it would still necessitate
fair.
it. Yeah.
It's flexible, but it is still chain.
Well, if there is somewhere we want to explore, as long as no one's near me, I can cast my frost spell and walk on top of the water.
Well, and you can, remember we went through this with the spell, you can choose who gets targeted by your spells. If you don't want to target friendlies. I think, is there a bane on your casting roll?
If I can choose to not target one person, and then beyond that it's a bane to not target a second person.
Because I know we did look at that. Yeah, you can exempt one or more targets within the area of the spell's effects, but you then get a bane on the roll. So if you exempt anyone, then there's going to be a bane on there.
Sorry.
Agatha's climbing on your shoulders because the water's getting really deep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to do it over encumbrance if you want to do that. That'd be cute.
Didn't you try that once with Clara and then just ended up dumping her into the water?
Exactly. She never even got up on me. She fell off my back. I was a duck. What was she expecting? But, you know.
Give me another 12-sided die roll, Thaddeus.
Oh, yes. I love these. Very fun. No pressure. That's more than last time.
You feel a cool breeze down your neck, and you hear a faint voice whispering, almost inaudibly, in an old dwarvish dialect, which I don't believe any of you understand. Give me a will roll to resist fear. If you succeed, you can give me a languages roll.
Oh, is this for everybody?
Yes. The will roll for everybody.
Sitting here waiting to find out what he heard. Shit.
Oh,
Oh.
you totally misinterpret that.
Oh.
Does Julianna pass her will roll? No. Julianna does pass. Okay, so the fear for Agatha. Let me roll on the fear table. Panting. So Agatha begins to pant. She's hyperventilating, hearing these dwarvish voices in this dark tunnel. You will become exhausted. Now, those of you that passed the languages roll, which was... so Agatha actually could not... You could only do languages if you weren't afraid. But I think Thaddeus did. Thaddeus, you hear voices. Did someone else pass languages?
Yeah, Phineas. Oh wait, no, he
Yeah,
passed the will. Did he do
Juliana,
it?
I think.
Somebody did, I thought. Yeah.
No, Julianna failed the languages roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought somebody did.
So
My
I
bad.
think it was just Thaddeus. So you hear voices. You can make out phrases. Help me. I'm sinking. White death. And then the voices grow still and quiet. And all you hear is Agatha panting behind you and the beating of your own heart.
Yes, you are right to be afraid. There's something foul here. Something has gone wrong.
Give me an awareness roll, Thaddeus, as you're in the lead. You can see water that would be... You would need to swim to go ahead.
Yeah, he's as far as he can go. Oh, that's exactly my awareness.
You see bubbles rising from that deep water in front of you.
It gets fathomless up ahead. It may be best to go down one of these tunnels. Loath as I am to swim.
Now, it looks like to the right, there's deep water, but there's a small stretch where you could, using like an agility roll, maintain your footing. Otherwise, you would slosh into the side and have to just swim a short area there. But not enough that you would sink. So to get through that hex, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes until you get to here. Or I guess 3. Just give me an agility roll. Yeah, so you manage to maintain your footing, and you can pass through to right there.
It's a little less deep here.
Nice. Phineas and Agatha also managed to make it there. You can see a rock fall that has collapsed an area just to your right. And to the left, you see the water deepens, and there's an additional rock fall there as well.
I would probably go forward from here.
Give me another D12 roll, Thaddeus. Bad stuff's always going to happen to the person in the lead. Oh, shit. Okay. Wasn't ready for this. All right. Agatha moves back.
Remember
This
when we
looks
had
like a you problem.
times?
Let me make a roll. Just in front of Thaddeus, there is a disturbance in the water. Suddenly, this pale, white, serpentine creature lashes out at you, lunging from the surface of the water directly towards you. It rises up above the water and drops its heavy body upon you and Agatha. Both of you will take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and be knocked down unless you make an evade roll.
Mother bugbear.
You are
White
not
Death.
alone in this water. And
Probably.
you heard the dwarves speak of the White Death.
Oh, and I don't have Guardian. Oh, well done, little one.
Nice. So you manage to duck to the side as this slams down, and as you regain your senses, you look and the water is disturbed, and it just gently settles, and you have no idea where it may have gone.
It wasn't that grim.
Continuing up ahead, you can see another intersection. There's a pathway to your left, and up ahead you see it looks like a rock fall, but then it looks as though there's a crack, a crevice right there in the rocks.
Maybe the little one would take a look at that. I'm not.
Yeah, you would need to swim out there, and Agatha can swim. It would take a swimming roll if she wanted to search for anything out there to search that crevice.
If we have the rope, maybe I could try to help
Yeah,
stabilize.
I think that would maybe give a boon just in case she starts to drown. You could pull her back.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Where's a mallard when you need one? Okay,
Well done.
With the boon, you spot that there is indeed a crevice, but there's a secret passageway that you find that leads deeper in. You'd have to swim to get through there, but you can see that it extends into a side chamber.
I'll tell them what I see.
I'm not keen to swim, but I'm eager to give it a go.
So Agatha, you could move
I will help you.
through there without much difficulty, since you're not wearing. You're not wearing metal armor, are you?
Chain. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, I do need a swim roll with a bane to swim through there.
Forgot about that part.
Well, this is gonna be rough. I only have a 6 for swim.
Do you want to push that? Otherwise, you will go under the surface of the water and need to make Constitution rolls.
There appears to be.
Can I
some
yank on the
goblins
rope?
to the north.
What? Oh my! Oh no!
I'm gonna make a Constitution roll and have him pull me.
Okay.
Oh no!
Oh. Okay. You take in a great lungful of water. You're going to take 5 points of damage. Armor does not protect you. And then Thaddeus, you'll be able to. You can feel like the thrashing and the flailing as Agatha is struggling, and you, because of the rope, you're able to pull her up. Just give me a strength roll to make sure you can get Agatha back. It's like dragging up a ship's anchor.
Oh wow!
Nice. You get her
You pull
pulled out quickly. Yeah, you pull so hard you just pull the knot loose. No, you drag her easily back up through that gap, and as she reaches the surface, she will not need to make another Constitution roll, but she's spitting out water, looks absolutely frazzled. The worst part for Agatha is it was dark in there. As you went under that cold water, you also got out of the range of that heat and chill spell, and as that chill began to sink into you, that's probably partially what represents your hit point loss, was both the cold and the water and just that oppressive feeling of what if I'm trapped. So there is a way forward through there, but it may be difficult.
Maybe definitely not worth it. I would prefer goblins personally.
Than
Looking
water.
to the north. Yes, that was brutal. And there's a serpent somewhere in there.
What about Phineas and Julianna? What are you doing while Agatha is swimming through that gap?
Well, I see a welcoming party
There
north of
are,
us.
yeah, you're not alone in here.
Since Thaddeus stated a preference for goblins.
Ask and ye shall receive.
Absolutely. Now
Heading-
here's the troll.
Yeah, let me add a couple of trolls here. If you can hear conversation coming from that room, it sounds somewhat heated. There is several dark, guttural voices. It sounds like orcs in addition to goblins.
Can we listen in?
Absolutely. Give me a languages roll. Phineas.
Yep. Sounds like Pig Latin.
Phineas and Thaddeus, you hear it is more than just Pig Latin. What you hear is a discussion. And you hear someone saying, "Listen, dogs. I lead the band. We must do something about this impending darkness in the Misty Vale. It is time we seek an answer. It is said that some of our kind do not wish for this fight, that they will flee the Misty Vale, but our kind have lived here far longer than anyone else, far longer than humans or anyone. I would not abandon our home to this foulness. If we can but find those pieces that we need, we can claim the sword for ourselves, and we can ensure that our homeland is safe from all incursions."
Right. Well, that's rough. That is, we have very opposed goals.
Why do we have a post goals?
Well, that's true. I saw. I've immediately assumed the orcs owning the Misty Vale is a problem. I suppose that's pretty racist. But we're looking for the sword, and so are they. And,
We
you know,
want
them
the
having the sword means we don't have the sword. I don't trust orcs to want the same goals as, you know... Well,
Yeah, it's a pickle. Are they your enemy, or is the enemy of my enemy my friend?
Well, they did pour boiling stew on me when they came here.
yeah, they did not greet us as friends, that is certain.
But what if you don't realize that's a goblin greeting custom that's reserved only for dignitaries?
Genius is to test if you're worthy of their friendship, of course.
Oh, they invited us over for dinner. We weren't specific.
They don't seem to have noticed the party yet.
I can go. I'm happy to go talk to him if you'd like.
I will not stop you.
All right, yeah.
If Julianna is going first, Phineas is also going to just stay behind because he would like to get out of this water so that serpent doesn't come back.
As Julianna heads up there, Phineas, give me a D12 roll. There is a crackling sound inside the rock wall, right about where the little 45-degree bend is. Right here, there's a little crackling in the wall. And little bits of stone and water come splashing out of there. And Phineas, give me an evade roll so that none of these stones strike you as you pass in there. Oh yeah, easily done.
Hello, fellow statue seekers.
As you walk in, let me describe what you see. A brick furnace covered in glittering runes stretches from the floor to the ceiling, spreading its light throughout the vast mountain hall. It smells of burnt flesh and hair. In the middle of the room, gathered around a minecart, is a group of orcs engaged in a heated argument. We show the leader that seems to be exhorting them. Oh, it seems as though there is more than the White Death we must deal with in these halls. From whence came ye?
We came in through the soup tunnels, through the soup kitchen there. We couldn't help but overhear that our paths may be parallel. We too wish to keep the Misty Vale, the place that is as free as possible from tyranny and other stuff.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Sure. Want to see. Persuasion. She's quite persuasive.
Nice.
And this white death, it's not like a massive worm-like thing that flops on dwarves, is it?
Not just dwarves. It has taken many an orc and a goblin as well. How came you to pass through there unheeded? Did ye speak with Bothild's ghost?
No.
We did hear her, though, I believe.
Oh, my friend was my friend may have heard her, but we generally just assume he's hearing things.
It is possible.
No, there is indeed a ghost of the dwarf that once called these halls home. She wanders, seeking her axe. I know where it is, but I will not help that dwarf, for she has not protected me from the White Death.
Do you think if she had her axe, she would protect you from White Death? Do you
If
think she controls the White Death?
It is possible. But I believe I know where her axe is. And I think in order to provide her with the axe, you must deal with the White Death. It is said that the axe dwells deep inside. That,
The White Death?
yes, that Bothild was consumed by the White Death. And it shat her out, but the axe remained due to its magical properties. And her ghost seeks it evermore.
Its magical properties include holding on to intestines?
Indigestion, yes. That is the magical property.
Is so you don't believe that, it's just trapped in a crypt that she was buried in, or a landslide? I noticed there's a few places that very dwarven like are falling apart here.
It is said that she has a secret lair in here. We have yet to find it. Many an orc died to get us this information. It is said that if you can get through the dwarven door, perhaps you would find the axe there. I tend to think it lies within the belly of the beast, myself. But I will tell you what. I propose an alliance between you and us. An alliance against Azrahel Koth. We seek the fragments of the statue so that we can claim the sword. Azrahel Koth is an old necromancer, said to be a high priest of Sathmog himself. And this orc spits on the ground. I am Maladuk. I lead the orcs of the Misty Vale. And we are seeking the fragments of this statue for ourselves, that we may claim the sword and rid this land of Azrahel Koth. It is said that he lies buried deep to the north of the Misty Vale, on an island shrouded in mist, and only the sword can part the mist. Obtain the sword, make your way to the island, and save the Vale.
Have you had any luck in finding any of the pieces? We've run into a couple more people who have definitely been seeking it.
One of our patrols, our scouts, was said to be hot on the tail of a man who had one of the pieces. He was shot with one of our black arrows, but ere we could claim him, he vanished, and we have no word of what happened. So we are seeking that. It will be with his body that has been picked clean by crows.
That is
Rather specific.
That is very un-orc-like to have lost your quarry in such a fashion.
Ah, I sent goblins, that's why.
Oh, that does make more sense.
And the 4 goblins in the room kind of cower and look down at their feet. They're useless, but they breed like rabbits, and so we can replenish the numbers quite readily.
Oh, that's a visual I didn't need. But yeah, I would be happy to enter into an alliance. And where did the goblins lose sight of this individual?
The Drakmar Pass, to the south, heading into the Misty Vale.
Ah, we passed through there, but I don't recall seeing any goblins shooting people.
I fear that cultists of Sathmog fell upon them first. They seek the pieces as well, for they would take the sword for themselves. And in the hands of Azrahel Koth, the sword would prove too much for any that would defend the Vale.
Good God, there's a lot of people who want this.
I know, it's like a soap opera.
I mean, I think it. We are wise to share our resources. If you could point us into, I mean, this seems like a good little base of operations you've got here. Maybe a tad unstable due to the White Death, but we could perhaps form an alliance.
Come and share our boar. And you see that the stench of burning flesh and hair is a boar sitting inside the forge being roasted. We must share food and drink to seal our alliance.
Right. What can I do to kind of determine a trustworthiness? Is that awareness? Is that
Either awareness or maybe intelligence.
sure? I'll go off of awareness just for fun. Hey, don't do that. Cat just came by, grabbed a d20, and rolled it.
Oh, well, what was the answer? I'll check the random table here.
I'm gonna get sick if I fail this. Yeah, apparently I trust him.
Yeah, it seems it seems like perhaps for now the best option.
Yeah.
To try and do this, just the four of you, because who knows what happened to Brêg. It seems rather daunting, but to have the backing of the orcs, it would be better to have them on your side than have them against you. The competition might prove to be a hindrance in your task. And who's to say that you keep them as allies throughout the entire journey? Perhaps at some point you cut your ties. And you think perhaps the orcs feel the same. You know that loyalty in orcs can be a tremendous thing, but that most of them are self-serving.
Yes, well, to that end, I will confide in the orc that we know that there was a piece of the statue in Outskirts, not a few days ago, that traveled through there, and we are tracking its whereabouts as well. And if we get anything more solid, we'll let you know.
I will set some of our best men onto this at once, and we will find what we can. I can share something with you as well.
Don't send goblins. They're just not trustworthy.
No goblins. We have some allies that are like unto you, that are men, halfling, elves, and the like. Nary a dwarf that helps us, but the rest are trustworthy. But no, let me tell you some wisdom that I might impart. Firstly, this boar tastes best hot, and slices off a great hunk of meat and hands it to Julianna. And then
Absolutely.
to Thaddeus says, "Here, these Misty Vale oysters are the best part," and hands you a little globe of meat.
Lovely.
I know what those are, and I will try very hard not to tell Thaddeus.
Yeah, does Thaddeus know what they are?
Absolutely not. He's new to the Vale.
Perfect. They're delicious. They're like super tender. They're not membranous or stringy at all. It's like, oh, this is fantastic. You know, is there more? Well, there's one more. And they all kind of chuckle to themselves. Two things that I can tell you. One, it is said that the demon forces have amassed somewhere to the north of here. There is an old ancient tree in the Iron Forest. Something has happened to that tree. I fear that it is perhaps demonic in nature. Perhaps Sathmog is using nature itself and will cause a blight to fall upon the entire Misty Vale. And second, directly to the east, in the ruins of Deepfall Breach, it is said that there is a piece of the statue there. We have used our resources first to try and gather a force strong enough to assault the breach, but perhaps it is best left to a small band. They would be most unnoticed in the breach. There are...
Well, Agatha's a small band.
She has a small one-girl band as well. There is an old wolf in a ruined church near the breach. This wolf has oft been a foe of the orcs, but in recent years he has come around. Now he is a sage of great wisdom. If you can find this wolfkin, he can direct you to the secret paths into the breach, into the place where I believe that a fragment of the statue resides. We will send our best to Outskirt to see if we can't find what happened to the piece that you say fell there. if you will send your best to the ancient tree and to the breach.
Sure, but first maybe we should free our combined headquarters here of troublesome spirits.
Yes, if we can put Bothild's ghost to rest, I think that this place would be safe for us to call home. We dare not go into the water. There is a path up here, and Maladuke points to a small gap in the stones. You can worm your way to the surface from there. But I would see this ghost of a dwarf have her rest, lest she trouble us not while we are here. He cuts off hunks of meat for Agatha and Phineas as well. Savory strips from near the rib. We are in agreement. Come, let us raise a glass. And he's got some black mead, very strong, bitter stout the orcs like to brew. And it's nice and warm next to the forge, just how they like it. He hands you this warm glass of black orc mead. Let us drink to allies, if not friends.
All right.
Yeah, don't mention the goblins.
Julianna will like hold her breath and just down it in one go.
Give me a constitution roll with a boon, since you're holding your breath, since you can't smell it.
Yeah, well, since I got sickly earlier on the persuasion roll. Oh yeah.
Nice. You let out a petite little belch. And it kind of fizzes up into your nose a little bit.
I mean, that's a compliment, right?
Thaddeus, you retch a little bit of boar testicle into your mouth that you had just swallowed. You chew it a few more times and then swallow it down and drink it down with the ale. But you managed to keep your meal down. Agatha, you've had far worse. This is, downright decent ale and meat. And, while you don't like the smell of goblin and orc, they did cook a good boar. What about, did Phineas make a con roll?
He will. Put in that.
Yeah, the cat looks at it and kind of hisses a little bit. Oh, Phineas, this is nasty stuff for you. Ooh, a fountain of vomit just sprays out. You cover these two goblins in front of you in a shower of vomit. And the orcs all just start to laugh and laugh. The goblins they look at each other and they're pointing and they start to laugh as well. It seems as though this is the perfect icebreaker for these goblins. And as you're wiping bits of barf out of your beard, Maladuke comes over and slaps you on the back. There you go. You'll get used to it in time. I've been suckling at this like a babe at its mother's teat since I was but a young orc.
Your mother was a hard woman.
She was. Yes. Very well. Will you to the surface, or will you see this Bothild's ghost put to rest?
You should lay the undead to rest, for certain.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the ghost. I ain't afraid of it. No, I am actually.
It is said that the White Death hungers, for it only feeds on those foolish enough to traverse the tunnels. Perhaps you could lure it to the surface with bait.
Can we borrow a goblin?
I thought you were going to ask for the boar. No, but a goblin, yes. Help yourself.
I mean, they breed like rabbits.
They do.
That one, right there.
All the other ones kind of step away. Like, not me, not me. And that one is just busy kind of looking down at his feet. He comes up, he's scratching his nose. What? Do you tie the rope around him, or do you bleed him out first?
Wanting thrashing and kicking.
Tenderize him?
We'll go ahead and make sure he's safe as safe as can be, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, the White Death certainly won't kill him if you guys kill him first.
Which, I mean, either way, he's not gonna be happy about it.
Do you try and persuade him that this is for the betterment of everyone, or
Sure.
are you going to kill him, or just throw out some live bait?
You look like a nice, strong, good swimming goblin who definitely wants to prove himself in front of Maladuke, right?
Oh yes, yes.
Well, if you could, come with us so that we can where did the goblin go? This guy. Come with us so that we can rid this place of the nasty spirit.
Oh, what need you me to do?
I'm gonna get scared. Jesus. Yeah.
Come on, buddy. We'll do all the fighting. You don't have to do anything except just go in front of us, which is the safest place.
Yeah, that way does it sneak up on you.
Why is in front safe place?
Well, because everybody knows monsters attack the one in the rear.
Oh,
No one expects that.
you are wise. Yes, I be vanguard, tip of the spear. No one attacks the tip of the spear. They are only attacked by the tip of the spear. Yes, yes. I will go in the
Yeah,
lead.
they'd get
Exactly.
pricked by the spear.
Yes. You don't want to be the one holding the spear. That's who takes
No.
the arrow.
Right. All right, then. On with you.
Do you tie him to the rope like a fishing
yes.
lure?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
gonna make
definitely.
Yeah, of course.
He
You're one of the party now, buddy.
he wants to talk
Yeah,
about
no.
his 1/5 share of the loot later. But he will begin swimming out. He's kind of splashing around. He's sort of wading through here. The rope grows taut as he moves in. I need light. Come with me, please. He moves out a little bit more. See, Griggs do good. Griggs do good. Griggs brave and bold.
Who's Griggs?
Me, I Griggs.
Oh, I thought you were spear tip.
Oh, me, yes. Spear tip Griggs. That's me. And right about here, there is a great splashing in the water. And you see this huge, white, scaly beast lunge up. Let's get us into a little battle here.
Hey, Banshee.
Let's get some music. Julianna, you see this great white death lunging towards Griggs. You can go first.
Hold the back. Mhm. Juliana will take out her sling and try to hit it in the eye.
Excellent.
Genius.
Hi.
Ooh, excellent.
Oh, wait, no. Cats are wanting to play with the dice.
Well, get him a character.
She wants to play a cat person.
Nice.
Rogue.
The White Death.
Do we know what this thing is? What it?
It looks like some sort of sea serpent. Oh, devour. It's going to devour Griggs. The beast swallows Griggs, inflicting 2d6 damage. Griggs takes 9 damage, and Griggs will be inhaled. Griggs has 9 hit points. Griggs is dead. The rope from this beast is hanging out of its mouth. Thaddeus, you are the closest there. Phineas, you are up next. You can hear this echoing shout, "But they never attack the spear!" coming from the White Death.
Well, I will get the part that's exposed out of the water. I will send a blast of fire towards it. Well, trudging through this water is quite exhausting. Oh,
Oh no! Oh, lose 1d6
only
willpower.
one power.
Yeah, so just 1d6 willpower that you lose. Oh,
No.
that's brutal.
Wow.
Do we have any more goblins?
We're gonna need a bigger goblin.
Yeah. Agatha, you're up next.
I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna fire up my. I imagine bagpipes in a hallway like this would sound wonderful.
Now, I found... if I remember which one it was. Is this the
And this
bagpipe?
is for a boon because it's a monster.
Yep.
Take the halfling next.
I think this was the bagpipe one. Yep, there's bagpipes. Sweet. Alright. So this is a boon against the monster?
Yes.
Alright, the White Death goes next. Tail swipe. The sea serpent swipes its tail at a player character within 10 meters. It will inflict 2d8 bludgeoning damage and knocks the victim down.
Ooh.
Let's see, it could be anyone. So I'll do 1d4. So 1 is Thaddeus, 2 is Agatha, 3 is Phineas, 4 is Juliana.
Okay. And 5 is the goblin.
5
in
is
case
the
it wants to
goblin.
vom-
Well,
in case it wants to vomit out.
right. Thaddeus, do you want to evade this? Otherwise, 2d8 bludgeoning and you are knocked down.
Now, I was going to use my action to see if I can't do something with the rope. So I really don't want to use my action, but this can hurt me. It can't kill me, though. So, you know, I'll take it, I guess. That never goes well.
Never
but,
goes well.
Oh,
9.
could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse. I'll let you knock that off of yourself. And then it's your turn.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I, like, yank it closer with the rope? or
Absolutely.
just be able to do something?
Give me a strength roll.
Maybe, wouldn't that be horrible if I just get the goblin back out?
His leg.
You're watching Wakanda.
Yeah, you pull the White Death closer. I should have given you a boon on that roll, too. You pull that White Death closer to you. Do you want to move and drag it as well?
Yeah, if that's an option. I'd
Yep,
probably
so
do
you
that.
can
I
do-
guess I'm bringing it in to further attack you guys.
So you could do half your movement if you're pulling this thing, and you can't dash in the water, but you can move, and you round up in this game. So you move 3 squares.
I could end on top of somebody, so I have to end here.
Yep. Which everyone's gonna love this.
Yeah, exactly. This is great. I mean, I am dragging it. It's probably focusing on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like fighting a giant fish. So it's got its
Yeah.
attention on you. I will probably weight that a little more heavily when it rolls its next attack. Phineas, you are up first.
All right.
Do you want to
This
do
time-
something, or do you want to swap your initiative?
I will do something. This time I will remember the words to that spell correctly.
And you would get a boon on that as well if you want to re-roll that because of the
yes, I will.
in case you get a dragon. Nope. Okay, 8 damage to the White Death.
And it's fire damage. I don't know if that.
Let me
does it
look. No, does not do any additional. It has a scaly hide which absorbs some of the damage, but it does feel that. Thaddeus, you're up next.
Alright, I'm getting it to here.
Does Phineas want to move away? Be an evade roll to back up.
Yes, I think I actually will try. Oh, well, actually, if Thaddeus is
Oh,
dragging...
yeah, I just dragged it away.
Yeah, then I won't. I think I'll just stay here.
So that's...
Sorry, Juliana, my bad.
Maybe have Juliana give me an evade roll with a boon just to slide out of the way. Otherwise it will be stopped in front of Juliana.
Why are you bringing this closer?
Maybe drag it up on dry land.
I thought we were going to get it to the orc. That was the thing.
Oh, no. So it's going to be stopped right there, and the rope kind of plays out a little bit.
I'll be angry about
Oh,
it.
there we go. Alright, now it slips past. Drowning. Oh, the sea serpent pulls a character into the deep, and the victim immediately begins to drown. The character cannot move or perform actions that require body movement except trying to break free. I think it's probably going to lay on top of Juliana and try to crush her. That will be the drowning. So that will be an evade roll if you want. Otherwise, you'll need to make a swim roll.
I am dragging it away, so it's only this round, theoretically.
Nice. Agatha, do you want to switch to later so you can keep your song going?
Yeah, I'll switch. I'll switch with the White Death.
Okay, and then Juliana did her action. We'll do the White Death's turn. Crushing Blow. The beast rises up. This will be on to Thaddeus. Actually, it's on to two-player characters. Okay, this will be Thaddeus and Juliana. Both will take 2d6 bludgeoning damage and are knocked down. And you guys cannot evade unless you have fast footwork. So 8 points of damage, and you're both knocked prone. And then Agatha's turn.
I'm going to continue playing.
And you get a boon on this performance roll since the song hasn't ended. Is that how that works?
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was how it works, but I got called out on that, and it looks like it ends at the beginning
At the
of the
beginning
turn.
of the turn?
Yeah,
Let's
but
see. Your first roll was the 15. Your second roll was the 20. So if we took the 15, that's still a success.
but also, since you're using your musician ability, there's no roll.
Oh, true.
Yeah, there's performance roll, isn't there?
What does musician? Does that negate it? Let's see. Let's look this up. No, just activating that ability. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to make the performance roll. So it's just your ability.
Huh.
But it does cost willpower. So yeah, you don't have to make the performance roll. Nice.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
thank you, lawyer man.
Excellent.
That's my job.
White Death.
Damn it.
Constriction. The White Death wraps its tail around a player. Now, its tail could get Agatha or Phineas, or Juliana. Tries to squeeze the life out of them. I'll do 1, 2 Agatha, 3, 4 Phineas, 5, 6 Juliana. Phineas. You can evade this, otherwise it's 2d6 bludgeoning and an additional 2d6 whenever it's your turn.
Oh, I guess if Agatha's playing, that's a boon.
Yep, it's a boon. So definitely roll that again.
That's a success.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Probably a good choice there. Agatha, do you want to go towards the end?
Oh,
Yes.
because I moved, I'm gonna move back one.
Okay. Well, there's rock there. You can't. I guess you can't move past that. I didn't realize that rock was there. You were standing on it.
Yeah, I'll swap with Phineas if he wants to go next.
Well, he
already
just
did
used
my
his turn, but that will put you at the end so that everyone still gets the
Right.
bonus. So if you want to move, Phineas, you could move to here. It's still
no,
shallow water.
Fine.
Julianna, your turn.
All right. I do not like being this close to this thing. I saw what happened to the goblin.
Yeah. And that roll could come up at any time.
We shall attack it. I think this work.
Yeah, we'll take the 8.
Let that be a lesson
Oh.
to you.
Man, that's not even going to get through the armor. Well, you got its attention, at least.
Yes, and I will celebrate that by leaving.
Yeah, give me an evade roll. You got it. Thaddeus.
Well, I mean, my plan was to try to get the orcs to help, get it on dry land and just, stab it to death. with
If you
1,000
can
orc
pull
blades,
it back a little bit, you're going to be in deeper water, so to go back any more, you're going to have to make swim rolls. Because then the orcs could... Unless you want to... If you call to the orcs, they may come down... You can at least get one orc right there, hitting it.
Surely they've heard us.
In fact, they're probably... You might see a few goblins kind of peeking around the corner, like watching. Where's Griggs?
Right, well, I don't want to waste my action on getting one goblin to help. So, I'm just going to heal, I guess. I'm pretty hurt. It is a shame Julianna left, but who knows, that might save her life.
The White Death.
Oh, jeez, yeah, there you go.
Oh. All right, Thaddeus, it's going to try and crush you. It's going to lunge you forward into that deeper water. You have taken your action, so you cannot evade unless you have, which I don't think you have anything. All right, so let's just go over the swimming and drowning rules because it's going to apply here. So, underwater, which this would be, well, you need to make a swim roll with a Bane. And then underwater, you need to make a successful roll against Constitution each round to hold your breath. If the roll fails, you begin to drown, taking 1d6 per round until someone rescues you. So I need a con roll as you begin to sink. Well, at least you don't take any damage. You got your breath held, but it managed to push you forward 1 square. Agatha, your turn.
We got to start doing some damage to this thing. I'm going to move up.
I did 2 damage.
I was trying to get it to the orcs, but that plan didn't work.
I think Phineas did
And-
8 damage to it.
Yeah, it's
I have
taken,
my curve.
It's taken a
I have
little.
my goblin dagger
Oh, that
from
has,
Rittermund.
has poison on it, doesn't it?
Yes. And do I get a boon on this?
You do.
It's a Viper Poison
Potency
9, I believe.
It's a lethal poison. Okay. Let me give it the damage first, and then I'll give it a roll. Some damage. And then the poison will make a roll. It needs to beat a 9. Poison is ineffective. So, and then it just needs to make a Constitution roll, which I think for monsters, it's going to be a 15. So he needs to beat a 15.
Damn it.
So he did. There is, if you pass, there's still a limited effect. I think it's 1d6 points of damage. Let me just double check. Because that poison's one thing I have not been doing correct. Yeah, limited effect, you take 1d6 damage on your next turn. So, I'll just go ahead and do that now if you want to roll 1d6. Ooh, nice. And now the poison is off the blade. And I see a splat. And the song has ended, so no more boons. Thaddeus, you're up next. I need a swimming roll with a bane.
Oops, it also said strength roll, so I did that one first, but we'll just swim it.
I need a constitution roll unless you want to push it. Oh, man. Okay, you're going to take 6.
That's my full health.
So, the rule for drowning, if you are... Let me read this to make sure we do it right, because it's different. With drowning, so you take d6 until someone rescues you. If you reach your 0 hit points while drowning, you make death rolls as usual, but only failed rolls count. So if you get a success, it doesn't count as a success, but it's not a failure. So you can't recover making successes, but if you get 3 failures, then you're dead. That is your turn. Agatha, you're next.
Ash him again.
Nice. The little bite-sized halfling is making a difference here. All right, Phineas, you are up next. Does Agatha want to move?
No, she's gonna stay in.
Okay.
How deep is the water where Thaddeus is?
It's probably about 8 feet deep.
I'm
So
going to
a
raise
pillar
a
would
pillar.
work. Yep.
Yes. And that will get him 2 feet above the water.
Nice. So now your death saves will count. So if you get successes, that will be good.
Thank you.
He'll be rolling with a boon now too, right? Because he's above him,
Yes.
right?
Yep. The orc, Uthkardan, comes down and he says, "Orcs, help!" He waits until things are grim, but then he pulls out his scimitar and slashes. And does less damage than was done with the dagger. And the White Death. Crushing blow, the beast rises up. 2-player characters. Let's see, within 10 meters, it could be Thaddeus. So I'll do 1, 2 Agatha, 3, 4 is Uthkardan, and 5, 6 is Thaddeus. And if it hits Thaddeus, it's just a failed death save. Nope, it's Agatha. 2d6 bludgeoning and you'll be knocked down. 4 damage to Agatha.
Can I do fast footwork?
You can.
Okay. So I just roll against evade, right?
Yes.
Roll to
And then
evade.
it just
okay.
costs you the willpower to do fast footwork.
I'll go scared.
There we go. Nice. Julianna. Oh, excellent.
Damn!
Good hit.
Max damage with the sling stone up the butt.
Down to 13 hit points. The White Death's turn. Drowning. Alright, one. Let's see. Even Agatha. Odd. Oh. Do I want to be. No, I don't want to be a dick. Even Agatha. Odd is the orc. The orc. We'll pull him in. The orc is drowning, so he will need to make a constitution roll. This will show up as a scimitar roll, but it's his constitution. Ooh, nope.
He just took a big old
Poor
deep
fella.
breath.
He
Feel
takes
him.
6
Feel him.
damage. Yeah, he just inhales a big gulp of water. Thaddeus, death save. Or you can rally yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's... at least that wasn't your death save. So you do not rally yourself, but you're at least out of the water. There we... That's not good either. But at least it wasn't a demon. Devour. Okay. What is Agatha's strength?
Only 10.
Okay, it's going to devour the orc that's drowning. He has not gone yet, so he's going to try to evade.
At least you'll find the goblin.
Yeah. Nope. Alright. He's going to take damage. This might kill him. Oh, nope.
That thing's got to be full by now.
Yeah, at least it's not drowning anymore. Agatha, your turn.
We're in a bad spot here. Shit. I probably didn't even get past the armor.
You got 2 points in there.
Yeah.
He's sitting at 11. Phineas.
Well, nothing fire couldn't fix. Well,
Not that kind of fire.
no, I think all this blood is making me a bit sickly. There we go.
Ooh, nice. His armor will protect him some from that. He is low. He is sitting on how many hit points? 6 hit points. Julianna, can you finish him off? Your sling has been good so far.
Yeah, that's about all that's been good so far.
Oh, hey. All right. How do you take out the White Death with your sling?
Yeah.
So I actually hit off the orc's scimitar, and it goes down his throat, and he chokes to death.
Nice. You have defeated the White Death. Uth Cardan, the orc. You see his blade poke up through the skin and a great slice, and he sticks his head out, gasping for air. He looks like a baby being freshly born, although he's fully grown. And as he pulls himself out, he grabs poor Griggs and drags his lifeless body out that's been partially dissolved from the strong stomach acids. And he plops his body down into the water, and then he pulls out a great battle axe as well. And says,
Nice.
Maladuk
Nice
spoke
job.
the truth. The axe was within the White Death.
I'm going to send Pouncy. I'm going to kind of put him up on my shoulders, and he's going to jump up and knock the elf off the pillar.
Kind of bat him a couple of times, and then Thaddeus will fall into the water. Thaddeus is still dying. Anyone want to...
If I had to get him to where I can touch him.
Oh, perfect. So he falls down at your feet. Pouncy was a good kitty, and now Julianna can attempt a healing roll.
He is also a human, interestingly enough. Fun fact.
Oh. Yeah, I never really paid it much attention.
Elf, human, same difference.
Alright, spells. Treat wound. On this guy. We'll go level 2. Barely.
Nice.
But 13 back.
Oh, nice. Excellent. Who wants the axe? Bothild's axe. It is
I do not.
master crafted.
I do not want the vomit axe.
Yeah, it's covered in puke.
Weren't we going to give it to the ghost? About fragrant spirit or something?
Who wants to carry it until you can find the ghost?
If no one else will, I'll carry it. But I'm actually terrible with axes.
Well, you may not be using it.
Yeah, I will bear this burden for the time being until it can be delivered.
There, you have Bothild's broadaxe on your character sheet.
The goblin acquitted itself well, and we thank you for sending this guy here to finish off the White Death.
We are allies. We help one another, yes?
Yes.
Come,
Can I have another piece of pork?
yes, come and rest. There is pork and mead for all. When you are rested, then you can go find Bothild. And if you want to do a rest here, you can do easily a stretch rest. If you want to do a full shift rest, you can do a shift rest here. You would be safe.
I need a shift rest. I've got 4 conditions.
Right, yeah. I'll take it.
Agatha is going to tell the orc that came and fought how impressed she was with him, and that she's going to write a song about him, and it will be sung in taverns all across the valley.
Can you make Orc a little taller and a little bit more manly?
Absolutely, because that's how I saw you in the moment.
Ah, excellent. And perhaps one day I hear this sung around campfire, and I stand proud to know that I am the doer of such great deeds. Now, if you will excuse me, I need a bath. And if we like, this would be a good place to take our break.
Sure.
We
Yep.
are 90 minutes in. Let's go ahead and take an 8-minute rest, and I will be back shortly.
from the evil government. I ignore all the signs of impending danger, because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity, 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me, crafted from numbers on living paper. I escape from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth, bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. I win in a battle, hewing foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon, try to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I roll 20. The dragon goes down, the DM no bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern, where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. The king honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a
right, I am back. Luke, if you are back, I need a Constitution roll to see if you have a disfiguring or permanent injury from going unconscious.
Good point. Good point.
Do we not have anything on the 4th?
If you mean tonight, no, I didn't make the Constitution after getting up.
So that's good. No permanent injury for Thaddeus. Always a plus.
Yeah, you never want to be like permanently injured from getting
Although I
constricted.
think maybe it's Perlin I'm thinking about that can heal that with the healing spell. I think that's Perlin. So yeah,
Well,
never mind. Perlin can't help you now. All right, is everyone back? I see everyone's unmuted, so I'm going to assume that we're all here. So we have Bothild's broad axe. All that remains is to find the ghost and placate her. Phineas, what is you attempting with your beast lore roll?
I would like to try and harvest some of these scales from the White Death that perhaps when Brêg gets back I could have him fashion it into some mage-friendly armor.
Our craftsman. Yeah, I think he could probably make you like some hide armor, which is kind of like studded leather. At least in other adventures, when it's been hide armor, it's 2 points of armor, and it's not metal. So I think he could craft that. Your beast lore was a success. Give me like maybe a bushcraft or hunting and fishing, I think, to try and... You see that you can definitely get some. You think it could make some armor, but it's going to take a roll to obtain some. Yeah, it's just
Maybe
kind
I
of
keep one a little disheartened by
ripping
bushcraft.
away in pieces.
Actually, barely good, but not good enough.
Yeah, it just kind of comes away in strips, and you don't know if that's going to be sufficient enough for him to make something from that. But a fantastic idea, nonetheless. Maladuke says, Bothild dwells within the water. You'll find her in there. Chances are she will find you first. Go to where the water is deep. She likes to hide from her shame in there, for she delved too deeply in here, you see, and released the White Death, which was her demise. Thaddeus, give me Julianna, give me a 1d12 roll.
Sure. Teach me to get out of that is.
To go in the lead. Nothing happens. So, Thaddeus, from here you can see to the north, above you, you see water deepens out. Looks like a long corridor with ever-deepening water. Down there you see water to the west that looks as though it is deep as well as up here you see deeper water. Someone will need to swim around that bend. Someone that doesn't have leather armor can do it no problem. Someone with leather armor needs to make a swim roll with a bane.
You mean metal?
Or metal, yes. Yeah, leather armor's fine. Metal armor.
If we don't want to swim, Phineas can freeze the water here.
I was mistaken. Agatha does not have chains. She has leather. So.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Well, she would have been fine earlier. So Agatha could swim this if she wants, or we can let the elementalist freeze the water. You probably need to reactivate the heat and chill since we took a shift rest, unless you guys want to deal with the cold in here as well. think that's just one willpower point.
Oh, we took a whole shift?
Yes, if you wanted to take a shift rest, I think everybody else did. The conditions, in fact, you've got a heap of conditions, yeah. There we go. So do we want Agatha to swim this?
I was thinking maybe we might actually go down the middle corridor, because that's where Agatha was trying to go earlier. It leads to roughly the same place. So like this one. I mean, it could be something down there, but no way to know really either way.
So directly ahead of you, you would have to swim across those 3 squares to get to that side.
Yeah. Aim for both, really. So it's just up to us. I guess, Agatha, if you want to go first, you can, but we're all terrible at swimming. I mean...
So for this, Agatha wouldn't need to make a roll, because she would know how to swim. It's just if she spends like a stretch, like 10-15 minutes trying to float. But she could easily swim across that. But if you have chain or plate mail, then you have to make a swimming roll with a Bane every round.
What, you start drowning in that?
Uh-huh. Now, do we still have the rope tied to one another?
The rope was with the serpent, right?
We would have retrieved the rope, I think, if we want to continue to use that rope.
Yeah. The only problem with this is I don't think I'm even going to risk trying to go across it. So... Like, there's probably some good down there, but I'm not doing it.
So it looks, Agatha, from where you are, you can see that there's very deep water here in front of you, and then it looks like it becomes shallow again, continuing on directly in front of you.
Well, the last thing I want to do is split the party, so...
And Phineas, you can see very deep water. It looks like it leads to a rock fall right there. Let me have Agatha give me a 1d12 roll. Okay, perfect. Continue on. Again, you can move through that without needing to make a swim roll, but anyone in metal armor would need to roll. And up ahead, Agatha, you can see a deep pool of water. And peering down into the pool, you see a face peering back. And let me send you a picture of this. A rather
Rarely have I
sour-looking
seen.
face. Yeah, very
Well,
sour.
rarely have I seen such beauty in a ghost.
Oh, give me a bluffing roll. The tunnel here ends in an arched gateway. Beyond is a flooded shaft. Oh, you made it. A huge chain runs from the ceiling into the water below. Ancient runes glitter above the gateway, and over the water floats a pale, blurred figure, almost as if it were part of an underground fog. The figure turns and looks at you. Beautiful, you say? I can smell orc shit a mile away, and you reek of it. What is your reason for being here in my mine?
We came to slay the White Death, and we have succeeded.
Show me a
Thanks
trophy
to-
so that I know that you have done as you say.
I'll be right back.
You go back and recover the axe. Now,
Thaddeus, give me the
to
axe!
swim with the axe, I'm gonna just give me a swim roll. You'll still make it, but we'll see how graceful you can make it through here. Yeah, you sputter and splash, very, unheroic, but you make it to the other side, coming up, shaking water out of your ear, and you present Bothild's broadaxe.
I believe this is yours.
Oh, I have been waiting 2 centuries for the return of my axe. This was in my hands when I fell to the White Death. You have avenged my death. This mine holds hidden treasures. They do me no good. But perhaps they can serve you better than they served me and my greed. Not far from here, to the east, lies a room, a mausoleum, called Bothild's Rest. And in there, perhaps you can find something worthy of such heroes. There is a dwarven trick with the door. Writing around the door reads honor, wealth, and mother. There is an axe, an apple, and myself in the portrait on the door. Press upon those things in order. Honor, and speak the word honor as you press the axe. Wealth, and press the silver apple as you say the word wealth. And mother, say the word mother as you press my image. Do it in this order and in this sequence, and the door will open. Otherwise, I'm afraid it may cost you your hands. But you may avail yourself of what you find inside.
Are there any guardians?
Only the White Death, but you have defeated it, so go in peace.
Very good. I shall sing of this encounter for years to come.
Be sure that you speak my name in a kinder light than my legend has borne out. My name is oft associated with greed, but see that my name is spoken of kindly, for I would do a kindly thing here at the end before I go to my rest. And you see her sink down slowly into the water until she vanishes from sight.
All right. Do I need a swimming to get back across here?
Yeah, well, actually no, because she kept the axe.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
no.
We couldn't use that thing anyhow.
Nope. So no swimming roll required there for Thaddeus, or for Phineas. Thaddeus will need to make a swimming roll to get across that stretch of water. Same with this dark stretch of water here.
If Agatha wants to stand back, I will just do my frost spell, and it should freeze this water.
Sounds good.
And then once I've frozen it, everyone should be able to just walk across it.
Yeah, you stick your staff into the water, and you see ice crystals begin to form on the surface. You hear crackling as the crystals form a sheet across that stretch of water, and you pull yourself up on it, testing your weight against its strength, and it does seem to hold.
Well, then I will begin...
Now, what is the range on that?
I believe it's 4 meters. Let me check for sure.
So that would cover those 2 squares. The only issue is going to be if Thaddeus wants to swim across there.
Well, I believe it stays frozen for a stretch.
Well, but there's a stretch that Thaddeus has to swim across first before he reaches that really deep part.
Well, do we want me to go back and I can freeze the...
I have an idea. Could I not use adaptive to make that a constitution?
You can, absolutely. Well, technically, it can't be... It's not supposed to be a stat. It's supposed to be another skill.
Oh, okay. Well...
You could do, like, your weapon skill or something. Maybe you stick your blade in the wall and use it to pull yourself along.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything else that would make sense. Oh, no. Okay, good. I saw the improvement, and I thought, oh, dear. It's never good, so...
So how about you get those willpower points back with a dragon?
Okay. Little pole vault.
So then everyone will manage to get across there. I don't believe Julianna has any armor, although the kitty may not want to get wet. So how do you put Pouncy?
Pouncy has not been enjoying it, but he's okay getting wet. He does appreciate the fact that the wizard keeps him warm.
Yep. Although as the wizard gets further and further away, that chill begins to settle in, and Pouncy wants to go and curl up next to the warm wizard. Now here in this room, this is the one that Agatha nearly snuck into. It smells of damp, algae, and emptiness in here. This room is definitely more the worse for the time it has spent partially submerged. This chamber is illuminated by the glittering stars reflected on the water. A stylized portrait of a female dwarf with a raised axe and a silver apple in her hands adorns a door of stone whose arch is inscribed with glittering runes. 3 severed hands are lying on the floor in front of the door. They look to be goblin hands. A languages roll can read what is written in the runes around the door, although I suspect you already know.
Well, I wasn't in the room because I can't swim, so oh dear, I can't read either. I can understand them verbally, but I'm not a scholar.
It says, don't hand me no lines and keep your hands to yourself.
So it's fitting that Agatha is the only one that can read it, since you were the one speaking with the ghost. It says, honor, wealth, mother.
Okay. I will say honor and press on the axe. I will say wealth and press on the apple. And then say mother and press on the dwarf.
The door releases with a hiss and rushing of air, exposing a room beyond.
Well done. How did you know?
Right? It's how fortuitous. This
Hard thing.
This room reeks of emptiness. A sarcophagus is standing upright in the far corner of the room, and it is behind an altar of white stone inscribed with half-finished runes. The altar is in the center of the room. The dwarven woman from the door is also seen on the lid of the sarcophagus. This is Bothild. The floor is made up of tiles with stylized mouths, eyes, hands, and feet, and littered with masonry tools.
Well, can I check the altar out?
Yeah, give me a spot hidden.
Oh my god, I made it.
So the altar, you can tell that its base seems to be movable. You also notice that there are 8 small holes around the base. You suspect that's a trap.
Either that or there's a puppy under there.
Or there could be a puppy. It could be a crate. Now, Phineas, you notice that there are many small holes in the wall. That the north and south walls are decorated with half a dozen portraits of Bothild where the eyes or mouth are holes, about the size of perhaps a small arrow or a dart or other such projectile. You suspect there to be a trap there as well.
Yeah.
And Bothild mentioned nothing of a trap when you spoke with her earlier. She just told you how to get into the room.
I guess I'll check out the sarcophagus next.
Give me another spot hidden roll.
Oh my god, made it.
It looks as though this could be easily opened. You do not see any sort of mechanism here that may be a trap.
Let's go ahead and open it.
Well, maybe they didn't get to the point of getting the traps because she died somewhere
They
else.
just got the holes for the traps in there. All right, you find a heavy crossbow. You find 116 silver coins, and you find a gold bracelet, the value of which is...
Oh, wow.
This times 10, so 60 gold pieces. So 60 gold, 116 silver, and a heavy crossbow.
176.
Yep.
Good finds.
Anyone want the heavy crossbow?
I mean, I'm trained in it if nobody else is.
Those things are devastating.
I think, can you just drag that onto your character? If not, I can drag it for you.
Oh, yeah, that worked.
Perfect. Then if someone wants to drag the bracelet, or we can just split up the money.
35 apiece.
There we go. I'll let someone who's good at math do it. 35
I
gold
use a
each.
calculator.
Oh, well, someone who's good with a calculator can do it then. Works for me. You also find in here an item. It's not a piece of a statuette, but it is an item nonetheless. Let me pull it up. It is a
item.
It is a potion. Let me see if this is the right potion. Yes, it is. It does not look like a potion of healing. It's a different color from what you're used to. If someone wants to make a Myths and Legends roll, perhaps they can identify this potion.
Poisonous.
Yeah, it's very likely poison. Oh my gosh, look at all those demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mages have no idea what this is.
Yeah. Agatha has heard of this. She thinks, I think that's a potion of resolve. And Thaddeus, you know what this is. This is a potion, unlike a potion of healing that would restore 2d6 hit points, this potion of resolve restores 2d6 willpower points.
Oh.
Who would like the
man.
potion of resolve?
You should give
Probably
that
the
to one of
wizard.
the magic users.
Yeah, I mean, I can heal, but it's like two willpower for my heals. So.
Well, do you guys want to roll for it? Highest roll wins? Phineas
honestly,
and
I think
Juliana?
give it to the wizard.
Juliana
Oh,
could make it
think
if
about
she
that,
likes.
yes.
Let's have you both roll a 20-sided die, and highest roll wins. Or percentiles, even better. So 50% for Juliana. So do
Phineas
percentile.
would just, give it to Juliana. He doesn't mind if she takes it.
Doesn't even want to roll. Perfect. Let me give that to Juliana. Potion of
Yeah,
resolve.
I'd already started rolling when you said the number, so.
That worked. I didn't even know what type of dice, and I'm glad someone just chose one. There, you've got the potion of resolve on your character sheet.
Nice, thank you.
You are welcome. You have looted Bothild's lair. Another fragment of the dragon statuette was not to be found in here.
This includes the trapped thing.
Yes, unless you want to play with the altar.
No, if it's all settled, I'm good.
Yep. We'll go tell the Maladuke, Madagar.
Maladuke?
We'll tell him. Yeah, we'll tell Maladuke what we found. That the spirit is laid to rest, and then we are off to the tree and the environs beyond.
Excellent. He greets the news with gladness and says, "Ah, this place is finally rid of that incessant dwarf and her complaining. Wine, 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 that's all she did. Orc couldn't get a night's sleep in here, and we dare not do it ourselves, lest we fall victim like poor whatever his name was." And one of the goblins chimes in, "Griggs, sir." "Ah, Griggs, yes, raise a glass to Griggs." And you see the orcs raising a glass. They down it. They hand you cups if you want to toast Griggs and his bravery as well.
Oh, absolutely.
The other goblins are a little bit miffed that they didn't have the opportunity to be so bold and brave.
I will say, he really liked to be called Spear Tip.
Ah, Griggs spear tip it shall be, evermore. Yeah, give me a con roll as you drink that black orc mead.
Again, she's drinking it like it's Jägermeister.
Nice. Just tossing it down. Didn't throw up this time. How about Thaddeus? Can he hold his drink in front of these orcs?
Oh, just.
You stifle a little bit of a burp. It's very sour, but then you just kind of let the air out through your nostrils. It burns a little bit. You swallow it down, shake your head a little bit, and the orcs come over and pat you on the back. One of us, they cry. Let's go out into the Misty Vale. So we are here at Bothild's lair. You know where Deepfall Breach is at. On the map, towards the north, you can see the Iron Forest. You can see an old reddened tree. Perhaps this is that ancient tree that Maladuke spoke of. Let me mark that on your map. And then you had heard rumor of the Temple of the Purple Flame at the Magna Woods that is also marked on your map. So, to journey, where do you wish to go? And we can mark out the distance to know when we need to stop and encamp. You can travel 15 kilometers per shift, and you can generally travel 2 shifts per day. And we've probably spent a shift kind of fighting the White Death and doing all that, partying with the orcs. So we've got 2 shifts left to travel, and then we need to camp for the night.
Deepfall Breach looks closest.
That would be very close. Let's see. That would be... We travel down to here.
I do like a good tree, though.
And then, so the Deepfall Breach would be 30 kilometers. That would be 2 shifts to get there. If you want to go to the tree, you're looking... Assuming you take the path. That is, what's that, 50 kilometers total. So you're looking just under 2 days of travel to get to the ancient tree.
And that's
Do we want to go to Deepfall?
Sleep properly.
Yeah. Deepfall is definitely the closest. I think that's the reasonable choice. That's my vote, unless anybody has other ideas.
My ruler's stuck, so I'm just going to refresh my screen here.
Are we still playing the cave noises?
Let me...
Or is that just me?
I had to refresh my screen. It probably turned the cave noises off.
Oh.
In fact, since we're not in the cave, I can turn that off for sure. Let me get some more journeying music going here for us.
Phineas agrees with
I can
Thaddeus.
do that.
There is likely much wealth to be found in the Deepfall Breach.
So you know that Deepfall Breach, you've probably heard some rumors of it. You know that it's supposedly not bottomless, but filled with hidden rooms and layers beyond count, and that there could be any manner of treasure and foe in there as well. But Maladuke did mention that in that church there is an old wolfkin warrior turned sage that could perhaps guide you.
Excellent.
So if you want to go to the breach, it will take 2 shifts, of which we have the time. We needn't do any hardcore traveling. It's not difficult terrain, but I will ask for 1 bushcraft roll just to make sure that we keep our on course here. It's kind of interesting. I've done like 40 some odd sessions of Dragonbane, and it wasn't until Brickpile Castle that we actually ran into a mishap during a journey, and I think it happened twice. I think there was 2 journey mishaps, like quicksand and brambles or something. In fact, Gotrek nearly died in the quicksand.
My bushcraft is 6. And I'm short.
My bushcraft's 12. If anybody's better, I'm happy to concede that, but he'll volunteer. 12's better
Sounds
than
like you're winning.
6. Oh dear.
Phineas is only 1 more. He's only 13.
Oh, okay.
It's 5% more.
Yeah, 5% could make a big difference. Yeah, it really can, eh?
Or it would make it a big difference.
Do you want a mishap? Oh, there we go. So you managed to get over towards the breach as night is falling. Do you want to try and camp in that old ruined church, or camp out here in the woods?
Definitely the church. It's a holy place. It'll be safe, I'm sure.
You're a dork.
There's a couple things with Deepfall Breach. So before we head in there, this is, if you have the box set, the solo adventures are set in Deepfall Breach. What we're going to do is very different from that. Emerald Mage Press that came out with like the Hag's Hut and Lindworm Cavern, and actually did the Ancient Tree that is an option here. They are filling out a mega dungeon for Deepfall Breach. And they've got 2 levels already done. 3 and 4 should be coming soon, and I asked him, his plan is to go to 10. So right now we've got at least 2 levels, and there are some specific rules he's got for resting in a mega dungeon, because it may not be feasible to go outside to rest every time. So there's 2 optional rules, and I'll let you guys decide if you want to use these or not. The first optional rule is that a shift rest in a dungeon, which would be like a full rest, is only possible if you find and secure a chamber. Once secured, you make a bushcraft roll with a bane. If successful, the rest counts as a shift rest following the standard rules. The other option is that in this variant, resting in a dungeon does not fully restore health. As per the optional rules 1, if the bushcraft roll is successful, rather than full hit points, willpower, and conditions, you recover 2d6 plus 6 hit points and willpower points, and 1d6 plus 1 conditions, just to show that it's a little more difficult sleeping in a dungeon than it would be out of doors. If the roll fails, your sleep is interrupted, still considered broken rest, in which case you heal a little bit of hit points, 1d6 hit points, and can remove 1 condition except for exhausted. If you have that broken rest, you will gain the exhausted condition if you don't already have it. And if you roll a demon, then you get no sleep, you heal no hit points or conditions, and you get the exhausted condition. Do you want to do easy mode or hard mode? Easy mode is that the optional rule 1, hard mode would be optional rule 2.
I like 1.
Yeah, 1 sounds a little bit gentler than 2. So just to sleep, you need to secure a chamber, and then it'll be a bushcraft roll with a bane, and that I think that's just for, I think 1 person could do that, probably to set up like camp and get everything prepared. And if that's successful, it's a shift rest. Otherwise, it's not. So, a nameless chapel stands on the precipice of Deepfall Breach. Its ancient stone walls have withstood the ravages of time, weather, and calamity, yet the stained glass windows lie shattered, and the heavy oaken doors creak on rusted hinges. From the depths, and we don't need like a jig music here. Let me change that. From the depths of the breach, a baleful red glow seeps upward, casting an eerie light. Inside the chapel is but a shadow of its former self. Rotting pews, heaps of refuse, and tattered tapestries depicting long-forgotten battles fill the space. Flickering candles offer a meager glow, while fragrant smoke rises from incense burners. A large desk against the far wall is etched with a maze of chaotic markings. "Maddening, aren't they?" A gruff, weathered voice rumbles from the shadows, followed by a hunched figure stepping into the dim light. Silver streaks the coal-black fur of a wolfkin draped in tattered robes, with a clenched steel fist.
Hello.
Let me get a picture of him. There we go. Right there. Scars crisscross his lupine features, and a stone sphere replaces his left eye. He nods at you as you say hello. "The breach," he says. And he points towards a desk cluttered with labyrinthine maps. "A treacherous place to chart, filled with peril at every turn. I am called Stonegaze, but you can call me Engulfer. Have you come to delve into the breach? There is good to be done, justice to be served, and riches to be claimed if you have the courage."
We have. We were told that we might be able to find some ancient treasures here.
That you can. The breach is filled with treasures long forgotten, and more that have been lost to time. Those that emerge from the breach come heavily laden with the fruits of their labors, but not all who enter exit. I can show you the way. I know a staircase near the chapel that leads into the breach. I have an old key. It will open a lock I have placed upon a gate at the bottom of the stairs. There are many other stairwells along the breach, but this one, I can assure you, is safe. What is it that you seek besides gold and treasure?
Stones.
There are ancient artifacts to be uncovered, calling stones that can direct you directly back here to me. Paired relics that allow teleportation. Though old and prone to eventual failure, these stones could be invaluable for quick escapes, if you can find one.
Well, we were more looking for, stones kind of in the shapes of, like a knees and a waist or a chest or like a head. You see this map? And then we'll pull out the map. Things look like this.
Ah, I see. The second level of the dungeon below was once ruled by a race of curious orcs, craftsmen of great renown. Perhaps what you seek lies there. This looks to be dwarven artisanship.
Yeah. No, I go from one to the other, but okay.
I have some sofa cushions you could make a little fort out of. Will you seek the breach?
Yes, the second level seems worth checking out. It may be what we seek.
Very well. Let me take us to the breach.
Can I ask the wolf if he maybe has arrows I could buy? He seems like the kind of guy who might have arrows laying around. For a fair price, of course.
Many who have come to enter the breach have left goods here that they feigned not to carry. I have arrows that I can give you. For that mighty crossbow upon your back, I've got just the thing, and he will provide you with a quiver of arrows.
Very generous.
Bolts.
Yes.
Thank you.
You are welcome. It was the least I could do. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I've done this so many times, but every time I have to go through every single tab to find the gear. Even I should know where it is, but, every time.
Let me just fix this. I've got a problem on my thing here. I got a busted link. Let me fix it. Okay, that should do it. Okay, let's go into the breach. Alright, let me drop us in here. Grab some tokens. All right, who has light?
I'm still on the main map.
Oh, that might help. There we go. Who wants a light?
I'll take one.
Perfect. You light your torch here.
I mean, I'll cast light on Thaddeus's shield or something.
Let me throw some light on Thaddeus real quick.
Thank you. That will make
Yeah.
things much easier.
Yeah, I'm totally not setting you up to be the target.
Well, who knows? Maybe whatever we face will be the target.
All
Don't
right.
underestimate us.
Heading down into the breach. You carefully navigate the crumbling staircase that spirals down into the chasm, the sheer drop below threatening to pull you into the abyss. A narrow, twisting corridor leads you away from the cliff's edge and deeper into the breach. The path continues downward, a descent into shadow, until you finally reach the bottom of the stairwell. Here you are met by a rusted iron gate, its old metal flaking but held fast by a newer padlock, likely the one Engulfer spoke of. Beyond the gate, a vast chamber looms, its far reaches swallowed by darkness.
Did he actually give us the key, or just tell us that he had one?
He did give you the key.
All right. No, he was just taunting us.
It does seem unlocked.
Oh,
Ah,
and you
good,
found
good.
the first trap. All right.
Gotta get him out of the way early.
Yep. So, Thaddeus has stepped into a pit trap. You must make an evade roll with a Bane or fall 5 meters, taking 3d6 damage, which can be halved with an acrobatics roll.
Who turned out the light?
Oh, darn. Oh, no.
You want to push that?
I reckon I probably will, yeah.
Yeah, you're 15 feet down into a pit. There we go.
Goodness.
You managed to deftly jump to the side.
Well, let that be a warning to you.
Yeah.
Goodness.
This next room, as you step into the chamber, the air grows heavy with the scent of damp stone and the musty odor of long forgotten decay. The space is vast, the ceiling soaring 10 meters above you, shrouded in shadow. Unlit torches hang from the walls, their metal brackets rusted and cold. Towering pillars rise up to support the cavernous roof, their surfaces worn smooth by time. Dark doorways beckon from the edges of the room, and faintly, just at the edge of hearing, the soft murmur of flowing water echoes throughout the chamber.
Did my spot hidden yield any more traps, just to be sure?
This general area, you do not detect the presence of any trap. From the area that you can see with your light, no. I'll put it that far.
Well, Thaddeus, lead on.
You want to see if this door is locked? It's not. There's another door.
There's a small hallway here.
Well. Oh man, every scary now.
You can give me awareness rolls periodically if you want to. Maybe just make sure you're not walking into doom and danger. Yeah, this passageway seems to be safe. The floor is relatively... Oh, yeah, Phineas, you think that's definitely not a trap right there. You point out a spot to Thaddeus.
That's demon number 5. I've gotten 4 check marks, plus I got one on a skill.
Wow.
Well,
Yet another door looms ahead of you. All right,
there.
let's see what we've got in here. As you enter the room, a foul stench of decay fills your nostrils. The large chamber looks as though it was once used for storing food and other supplies. Broken crates and rotting barrels are strewn about, their contents long since spoiled and covered in mold. Debris litters the floor, along with old tables, some broken, others barely standing amid the disarray. 2 doorways lead out of this chamber, one to the east and another to the north. The northern door is broken at the bottom, leaving a jagged gap. As your eyes adjust to your light, you notice several giant rats as big as dogs peering out from the debris. Let's pull you guys into some action here. Let's see.
They're so cute.
Okay, let me select.
Pouncy hears rats, jumps forward, sees them, comes back.
Oh yeah, what's Pouncy's? Does he have a full name? Or she?
Huh?
Aren't they like literally like a rat catcher? And I remember them being introduced.
His
Like that.
yeah, his name is Pouncy Ratbane. Yeah, you're right.
There you go. See, I love that. He's gonna be so happy.
All right, you can draw initiative cards if you like, and we will get the battle started. Julianna, you are first.
I'd like to trade with Agatha.
Perfect. Pouncy gets really excited at seeing these large rats. You hear the low growl.
His butt shaking and the tail's flicking.
Rapidly making biscuits on your arm. All right, Agatha, you're up.
I'm going to spend 1 willpower and activate musician, and it's going to be banes
Banes for the bad
for
guys.
the enemies. Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
Here comes
since there's so many of them.
Here's the bagpipe music that I have on here.
That's probably a good shout.
Banes for the enemies. Do you move into the room or stay put?
I'll stay put, since everybody behind me can get by me if they're going in.
Rat comes in at Thaddeus. This will be with a bane.
Oh, creature.
And this rat is going to find the weak spot as he's gnawing at your legs.
Wow, high roller.
And he made it with a 10. Do you want to evade?
I mean, it's biting me, but it is giant rat, I suppose. Oh, that sucks. My initiative is 10, though, so... Man.
I'm just impressed that on 3d20 as high as the 10.
I know, right?
That's like D&D dice for me.
So that's partly why I did find the weak spot. I thought, oh, he can't make this with a double bane.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to get to go until about 80 rats attack me, so... Whatever.
But at least the first one didn't get you. Oops, not lock initiative.
Luke's going to go off and read a book.
Phineas, you're up next.
All right. I'm going to move up here, and then to do this, I'll need to make an evade. Evade. As let's see, that's 5. I can go 1
Look at him
more,
being all reckless.
and then
It worked with the goblins last time.
Let's see, that'll get him. Oh no, it won't get him. These two.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get those. If I do a power level 2, it's 8 meters, but I think I can exempt Thaddeus though, and then get all of them with power level 2. So I will do that.
Is this your fire?
Frost.
Or frost. Ooh, excellent.
And then I get a boon from the bagpipes.
No, it's banes on the bad guys, not a boon.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a straight roll. Okay, it succeeds with the Bane to exempt Thaddeus.
Excellent.
So it will freeze all of the rats.
Can you do 7 damage?
Well, no, I believe it does D6. Let me read the spell. They lose D6 HP and willpower. So if they don't have willpower, then it will drain from their health, though.
Well, I think they have a pool of 10, and then beyond that 10, then it comes out of their health. That's how Path of Glory, it had it listed as a rule.
Well,
So roll a
Let's
6
help.
would be awesome. Oh, okay. So now all the rats are down to 1 hit point.
And
Oh,
willpower-
wow.
And they're all frozen and they cannot move. I believe they need a strength roll to break free.
This went from a battle to like genocide real quick.
Yes, so they. Let's see. They are frozen in place and they can neither move nor perform actions, not even reactions, on each turn. And on each turn, a frozen victim must make a strength roll to break free.
Well, so much for the giant rats. Let me get them here. Excellent use of your spell.
Agatha stops playing just long enough to screech, "Holy cobalt crap! That was awesome!"
That's a lot of blood. So they need to make a strength roll to break free from the frost.
Break free, yes.
Okay, so this will show up as a bite, but this is going to be the strength roll for this rat. Okay, so he is restrained. Let's see, this one's going to be restrained because he already acted. Alright, this next one will make a strength roll. He is not restrained. But is that his action? Is that strength roll?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. Let me look. No, not an action.
Okay, then he will bite at you. Bite comes in at the wizard. And that is going to be a hit. Phineas will take... Ooh, 8 hit points. Max damage.
These rats are awfully good rollers.
Doesn't he get a bane on the attack?
Oh, he gets a bane. Correct, thank you. Let me re-roll that. Oh, yeah, so it would have hit. This one needs to make a strength roll.
Banes to break free?
Yeah, I think he would get a bane on that as well.
So with that last one, I've also need to roll a second dice to... Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Alright, that one breaks free. Let me give his attack on you first, and then I'll re-roll that bane. That's a miss on you. Alright, and it was this one here. Let me re-roll his strength roll to break free. So he is restrained. Can
So
he
would not have me then. They cannot act while they're
Yeah,
restrained.
so then you can give yourself those hit points back. Thank you for reminding me of the Bane. Alright, this one needs to try to break free. Does not. One more and then it will be Julianna's turn. This one will try to break free as well. And does. And will then bite at the wizard. And that's a miss. Julianna, your turn.
Fun with slings.
Fun with slings. Nope, not fun with slings.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay. This giant rat needs to try to break free. And does not. So he is restrained. Thaddeus used his action to evade. We go to the next round. Alright, giant rat number 3. This one is not restrained. He will attack Phineas, but still with a Bane. And that's a miss for sure. He doesn't really drop his weapon. He's not wearing dentures. How about Phineas gets a free attack at that rat with your staff? Opens himself up to an attack. He's also not going to get his teeth stuck in the rocks. Yeah, roll damage. You can take this guy out. How do you crush this little rat?
So I think he tries to bite me, and I just drive my staff down onto his head. Crunch.
Nice. Alright, this guy is restrained. He will try to break free. Does not. Same with this guy. Oh, ooh, yeah, he does, and he will attack. Coming in with the bites. But still with the Bane. We need some battle music. We don't need, like, gentle plucking. There we go. All right. Failed on. This one needs to break free. This frostspell really put a halt on these rats here. Nope, he does not break free. Same thing with this one here. Yes, he does. And he is going after Thaddeus. And then Phineas is up after this attack. Oh! Alright, that's going to prompt a free attack from Thaddeus. Yeah, he doesn't toss his feet, so... Free attack on that rat from Thaddeus.
Okay. Oh dear.
Oh, you want to push it?
Attack. Well, I think I already have the condition.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Alright, he is not restrained. Let me take that off of him. Phineas, you are up next.
I will switch with Thaddeus if he wants to make his way into the room.
I'll have to get attacked. Yeah, it's worth it at this point.
Thaddeus, you are up.
Actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get attacked by this one rat. Oh no.
You evade.
Yeah, I will try to do my healing ability. Oh wait, no, Phineas is at full health. What? I thought you were like desperately injured.
No, the rat then had to roll with the Bane.
Yeah, and he missed. He's just surrounded.
If he's restrained, he can still attack me, right? So
no, so with the frost,
okay.
He cannot attack unless he frees himself.
I have controls when I push the Steves.
Oh.
You push your talk. So if I click anything, it accidentally pushes the roll or does it. So I didn't mean to roll that, but fair enough.
Well, that counted as an evade, so go ahead and make it maybe an attack instead.
That's better.
Oh, there we go. Do you want to double? You don't need to double the damage. He has 1 hit point, so maybe the free attacking.
Yeah.
You could, if you
Can
have
I-
movement left, you could step in
Yeah,
and hit
I do.
another one.
They can move here and then hit them both.
Yep, that would work.
Nothing to plan for, even from where I first started.
Excellent.
Even with terrible rolls, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, he just had 1 hit point. You take out that rat and then make your free attack on the other one.
I thought I just did, but nothing happened, so risky, but I'll do it again. Oh, there you go. As soon as I did it, it happened.
Why did that have a bane?
It didn't. For some, I rolled once and nothing happened, so I rolled again. I'm sorry, it was lag.
Oh, that's okay.
It was,
Oh, I
just-
see.
yeah.
Okay, I see it. Yeah, so just click on the one that says roll damage.
I guess that was the first one.
Yeah. And you just had to do 1 damage, so yeah. You take that guy out as well. Get rid of these dead rats. Agatha, your turn. Unless you still have movement, Thaddeus, and want to move.
Hold on. I actually did have a bit left, I think. So I could move here. I would have done that, definitely.
Perfect. Agatha.
All right. Agatha is going to step in and stab that little bastard.
So the song will end. They are no longer baned, but that will be enough to kill it. Nice. And if you still have movement, you can continue to move. If you move past that other rat, you just need to make an evade roll.
No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Phineas.
Well, I will attack this one with my staff.
Nice. Roll damage. All right. Giant rat number 4. Fall. No, that was not giant rat number 4. This is giant rat number 4. He is restrained. He will need to make his roll. No longer with a bane. Oh, he does not make it. He is stuck. Julianna. Oh,
Just not sporting.
I want to give him a fighting chance. You want to push that one?
Nope.
Okay.
Damn.
Alright, giant rat number 7. He does not need to have a bane on this, but he has to make a strength roll. Does not make it. Phineas.
Well, I will switch with Thaddeus. Let him make short work of these rats.
Thaddeus,
That's
you
generous.
are up.
I really wanted to shoot one of the rats.
Oh, with your
So I
crossbow,
appreciate
try it
that.
out.
Yeah. Same skill as my sword, so. Oh dear, might as well. Damn, rat. Oh wow, okay. Well, I will take that and be
man.
grateful.
Could have been worse. Could have been the
Yes.
bow of the centipede that just
Yeah.
breaks the first time you use it. You can move
Thank
if you
you
like,
anyway.
and then Juliana's turn.
All right, that's your last warning shot.
These rats are not going down without a fight. Alright, he needs to make a strength roll. And he makes it, so then he can attack, and he will attack Thaddeus. He's going to find the weak spot. Ooh, that is a no. Phineas, and then Agatha.
Well, I will smash him with my staff. Ah, not quite.
No, sir. Agatha.
Target that one and stab him as well.
Oh, excellent.
Die.
That rat falls to your blade as you puncture him. You can move if you like.
I'll save you, Thaddeus.
Agatha, you go again.
Oh,
Agatha the Bold, well done.
Look at all that blood in
am-
this room.
I'm just in a death rage now. And it stops right there. Oh, I did
that
hit.
that was a success. And he's
Oh, I
restrained.
forgot
He
I'm
cannot
50.
evade. All right, how do you mow through these last couple of rats, Agatha?
Just overhand slashing back and forth and just clear the room.
Nice.
Thanks for softening them up for me, wizard.
Yes, of course.
Excellent. You have removed the rats from the room.
Do they have anything in their pockets?
Well, give me a spot hidden roll. There's a lot of refuse in here, a lot of trash and broken crates and whatnot. As you search through Phineas, you find 30 silver coins. And Julianna, you find 1 copper coin. Ooh, big spender. Yeah, don't spend that all in one place. Yeah, if you want to save any of these rats to cook, they could be used as rations or rations.
Kitty treats?
Kitty treats.
That's 6 silver apiece.
Pouncy drags one by the tail off to the corner.
I'm not able to save any.
Hear the crunching of bones as Pouncy is devouring the plumpest of the rats. Looks to be a doorway up ahead here. Let me have Thaddeus. Give me a second. Let me make a roll here. See what we
Ooh.
get. All right. Let me
What a treat.
add something here. You come across a patrol of skeleton warriors. Their number matches the party size +1. Give me an awareness roll, Thaddeus. You hear sounds just beyond that door. Yes, you do. It sounds like
Oh,
skeletons.
that was a fail.
Oh, that was a fail. Oh, never mind. You hear something beyond the door, maybe shuffling, but what it is, you're not sure.
Well, something's in here. Are we prepared for what may lie beyond? I am as ready as I could be.
Phineas will prepare a fire spell for whatever lies beyond the door.
Pouncy opens the rat's guts.
Spreads them out like reading the signs and omens, and there's a bone in one of the guts, and Pouncy immediately knows that it's skeletons, but is unable to alert you to what it is. She probably drops the bone at your feet.
Well, he knows I haven't been eating right.
Need some more calcium.
All right.
If you want to go that way, it sounds like there is something on the other side of that door.
I mean, yeah. I want to try something. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. I feel like I should still spend the willpower. You know, it's weird to, like, fail a roll and have no downside. Alright, are we ready?
Yep.
Ah, unlocked. Whoa.
And hey, who would have thunk it? There's skeletons out there.
Foul undead. Let's destroy them.
Let me grab one thing here. For some reason it didn't drop 2 of them. let me grab all y'all, put you into a battle. Shuffle the initiative deck. Alright, you can draw cards. Get some more battle music here. Alright, who is first? That's his movement. Thaddeus, you're up next.
Oh, delightful. It served himself up. Maybe. Oh, definitely not. Wow.
Agatha, you're up next.
Okay, I'm going to spend a willpower, and I'm going to play my music as a Bane.
Excellent. Julianna. Nice.
Finally hit something.
And that is bludgeoning damage, which is good. Big splat. Phineas.
Well, I'll tell Thaddeus to duck, and then I will
Of course.
release a blast of fire.
And did that. Hang on. Okay, it didn't mark him as dead. Alright, let me take him off. He died. That's weird. Julianna, you're up again, and then Phineas.
Target. There you go. So weird.
Excellent.
Yeah, better when they're not smaller. Congrats.
Yeah, bigger the better. Just need a broadside of a barn, and we'd be...
And to be standing inside of it.
Yeah. Phineas.
Well, I would like to look for an improvised weapon. There's not much around here. Perhaps I'm a little disheartened by all these skeletons. Oh, nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of junk in here, but you can't find anything kind of the right size. It's either too big or too small that you think would have any use for you.
Throw a rat carcass.
There is plenty of rat carcasses. The skeleton will stab at Thaddeus. And Thaddeus, do you want to parry or evade?
No, I don't think I will. Activate my armor. Nice.
Perfect. Nothing happens. They're all just crowded up, wanting to get into the chamber. Agatha, you're up.
I'm going to continue playing.
Excellent. Skeleton warrior will move up. Thaddeus.
Alrighty, well. I had to make it, I suppose. There we go. That's something.
Ooh. See, I don't know why it's not killing him. That should take him out. How weird. Oh, and Thaddeus again.
Nice, I've got the momentum.
Chop one, step
Lovely.
up, and chop the next.
Oh.
Excellent. This one... Is he gone? He has not gone yet. He's going to parry. Let me get on him. And he gets a Bane from the song, correct?
Yes.
Get that on there. He fails, so he takes the 7 damage. Mark his actions taken. Agatha, your turn.
She'll go ahead and she'll spend one more point
Keep the song going.
and keep rocking,
Julianna.
as the kids say.
Yeah, because most kids quote Neil Young.
Yeah.
Most kids born in the 50s.
Fortunately, there's enough stones around here to keep me well.
You're probably throwing rat heads and everything else you can get your hands on. Nice.
Ooh, a rat oyster.
And he is dead as well. I don't know why it's not marking him as dead. Strange. But he's dead. He will step up. Lay into Thaddeus with his Bane on his attack. Slashes down at your head. High arcing strike comes in, and that's a hit.
Very consistent.
Right on the helmet for 1 point of damage, which your armor blocks that. Phineas.
Well, perhaps I wasn't looking in the right place. I will continue to look for... Oh, no.
The Nazis were looking in the wrong place as well.
Well, yes, they
Yeah.
were digging in the wrong place.
There's all sorts of things here. You're just finding the big things. You're not looking for the little things. How many demons have you rolled? Like 6 or 7?
That's 6 now, I think.
Wow. Agatha, you're up.
I just ran right up there into Thaddeus.
Oh.
We can't go too wide here, can we?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna back out
But
if I can.
you can attack and then step back. You just can't end your turn in his space.
Oh. Okay. I will slash with my dagger.
Nice. He will parry. And he succeeds. Your dagger does 3 damage, which is not enough to damage his weapon, but that does take up his action. And now you'll need to make an evade roll to step away.
There we go.
Nice.
I can't move though because I'm under Thaddeus.
Let me move Thaddeus, and then I'll move him back up. Go ahead and move
All right.
down 1, and then I'll move him back.
You're saying Thaddeus is up?
There we go.
She'll smack him on the butt and say, "There you go, buddy."
Back at it. Julianna.
Smacking the butt, say good game. It's nice of them to keep coming at us one at a time down the
Single
hallway.
file, like mindless undead creations.
Oh, I'm gonna miss.
Mr. Phineas.
Alright, well, there appears to be nothing here, so could I pick up a rock and throw that? I don't have a sling, but I'd like to get one when we find a merchant.
Yeah, there should be in the gear, I think under. Let me take a look real quick.
If I could just throw a rock, I don't know if that would be like.
Yeah, I think there's actually like a light, blunt object. I'll drag it onto your character sheet. That would be your rock if you want to throw it.
Well, yes, that will
Listed
be
in the
place
gear.
until I can acquire one. Oh, well,
Okay, who do you hit with that?
Oh,
oh well, that rock, I guess, got a chip in it. But
Yeah, you throw like a girl. It hits the wall, 5 feet from where you're aiming, and
what can I say? I am an old man.
clatters to the ground. Thaddeus, your turn.
the light ball. Oh,
Ooh.
demon! I'm
Alright.
dead.
You want to double him or hit one and then maybe step up and hit the other? He's got.
I guess I have to kill him before I can step up.
Yeah, he's got 8 hit points plus 2 armor.
That's a gamble. Yeah. I've only got 2d6 and a d4, so I think might as well just guarantee kill this one. Well, not guarantee, but very likely.
Yeah, you got that one. Now you can step up. You just can't make an additional attack. Julianna. See if someone can kill the skeleton before Thaddeus comes up at the end.
Actually, Thaddeus, if you want to, I'll just trade with you. You
Trade
can
with
go for
Thaddeus?
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, sure.
Go for it,
I know that.
Thaddeus. See if you can take this guy out. I will swap the initiative here.
I will hope not to get to a turn this round.
Yep,
That
that would
they
be,
stick
that
him
would be a
out?
good thing.
Oh man.
He's going to not parry. He'll take that hit because he wants to wail on you on his turn. Agatha.
Agatha's going to slide in between Thaddeus's legs
Oof.
and slash at the skeleton's ankles.
Hopefully not an overhand slash. Yeah, if you got a demon, Thaddeus might be.
Pushing it.
There we go.
Take 7.
That did it. That finished him off. Excellent.
He'll roll over on her back and look up at Thaddeus and say, "Gotcha, buddy."
Well, I was going to try and determine if we could see anything special about these skeletons, but I guess I won't. That's demon number 8.
Yep, yet another demon. Well, you know they are undead. That's about as far as you've gotten with that.
Let's see.
Do they have anything in their pockets?
Give me a spot hidden roll to scavenge them.
I have 6 check marks. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 check marks.
No, there's no secret path here. Let me re-roll that. Hidden treasure. There we go. Oh, a great helm on one of the skeletons. That gives you 2 armor rating, but a bane on awareness, bows, crossbows, and slings.
All right.
It's also worth 100 gold if anyone wants it.
Ooh, I'll pick it up and at least carry it.
Yeah, I have a crossbow, so I might as well try to just get an open helmet. But that also puts the bang on
All
it.
right,
doesn't it?
Phineas finds a trap. There's a one of them has a maybe a little dagger poking up from a sack. You need to make an evade roll. Perfect.
Oh, I did without the boon, but then looks like I get to roll again, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, you made your sleight of hand, so you find 3 gold coins in there. And then I think Julianna also succeeded on that. Let's see what Julianna finds. Hidden treasure. 70 silver coins.
Beats the 1 copper.
Yes, it does. The hallway up here appears to tee off, heading east and west.
Agatha, are you doing the math?
14 silver each.
Nice. So we started a little late because we were waiting for Brêg, who still has not shown up. Hopefully he'll show up here in the next few minutes. Do you guys want to go for just a couple more minutes, just so we get our 3 hours in?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
I'm good to go.
Sure.
So let's go to another room.
There must be something really bad in the next group. The DM wants to keep going.
There are plenty of rooms with plenty of bad things coming up.
And there's 2 trolls with him.
3 trolls now.
I recognize this as a T, figuring it's for trap, but I didn't see one. So
As you step on the flagstones, you do hear a creak, but it's just a loose flagstone. There's no trap there. You see a doorway directly in front of you at this 4-way intersection. Agatha, you see a little side branching tunnel and then a little L-shaped tunnel at the far end. Phineas, are you looking for traps?
Just for traps, yes.
You detect none within the range of the light.
why?
You see a door just to the south, Thaddeus, as well as the door directly to the east.
So many decisions to make. I'll go to the closest door, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just a small room.
The trials of leadership.
As you push open the creaking door, it reveals an old, dusty chamber. A writing desk stands against the far wall, its surface cluttered with brittle scrolls and faded books. Some stacked haphazardly, while others lie open, their pages yellowed. Shelves line the room, sagging under the weight of ancient tomes. The air is thick with the scent of musty parchment and stale wax from the candles that lay scattered about, their wicks long extinguished. A faint smell of mildew lingers, mixing with the dry, earthy odor of aged wood and dust. Upon a bookshelf there are a number of books, which mostly document history and myths of the ancient Dragon Empire. A player reading them over a stretch of time and making a languages roll can be granted a boon on their next Myths and Legends roll, but only one such boon can be acquired from these readings. How about there are no scrolls, but there is a grimoire. You do see a grimoire upon the bookshelf.
Now, with any luck, they were an elementalist.
They are. There's 3 general magic and 3 elementalism spells here. Let me drag this on your character sheet, and you can Take a look. Red leather grimoire. All right. Let me put this on your sheet.
Yeah. We just don't have libraries like this.
No, this is definitely the library of a wizard. Red leather grimoire. Let me find it. Red leather grimoire. There we go. All right. That should be... Yep, that's in your inventory. And so that has 6 spells in it. It has Light as a magic trick, Dispel at rank 1, Magic Shield, rank 2, Heat and Chill, magic trick, Fireball, rank 1, and Fire Blast, rank 2.
I believe I have all of these spells except for the general magic, so at the very least I could sell it in town for a good price.
Well, and I believe Julianna can learn general magic, is that correct?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's anything else in here. If you stay in this room and spend an entire shift studying the tomes and you succeed on a languages roll and a roll against your intelligence, you will get an advancement mark in Myths and Legends. A person who successfully increases a skill studying this way cannot increase another skill from the tomes found here. So if you wanted to spend several hours here studying, you could get an advancement mark. Otherwise, if you spend 15 minutes, you can get a boon on your next Myths and Legends roll if you succeed on a languages roll.
If we get to a point where we're going to take a rest, then I may come back here.
Okay. So we've got the door directly to the east and then a long hallway stretching up to the north. Yeah, we've lost our music.
All right, what are we thinking?
No.
Well, this door's right here.
That
It's
is true.
closest.
It leads into a large room that looks faintly familiar. It looks like the large hall, but you see up here at the northern end is something that you had not seen before. There is, nestled at the north end of this chamber, there's an ancient fountain that exudes an aura of serene magic. Clear, tranquil waters flow gently, with coins glimmering beneath the surface. The fountain itself is a marvel of craftsmanship, adorned with dragon motifs entwined with vines and etched with ancient runes. A Myths and Legends roll might reveal the name of this fountain.
I got that.
It's a fountain of youth.
Please do. Wow. Thank you.
The fountain's name is Dragon's Luck. The sound of tranquil water fills the air, cascading gently from the mouths of the dragon carvings into the clear pool below. Beneath the surface, a number of coins gleam softly. The water, though calm, seems to shimmer with a faint, ethereal light.
Pouncy takes a lick.
Pouncy takes a lick. The water has potent restorative properties. If Pouncy had a condition, it could be removed, as well as gaining some hit points.
Oh. Thaddeus takes a lick.
Let me have Thaddeus roll a 1d4.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I was expecting it to be like creeping darkness.
Okay, you can take a lick. It will remove one condition, and you will regain 1d6 hit points. And looking in here, you see there's about maybe 20 gold pieces, 30 odd silver pieces, and maybe 25 copper pieces.
We'll add a little bit of gold. You know, it healed me. I should return the favor. Superstition or not.
Add some coins to the fountain.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a trap.
Yep, sounds good.
Anyone else take a drink?
Yep.
Roll a 1d4 for me, please.
Phineas will also take a drink.
Okay, roll a 1d4. Agatha, you can heal some d6, same as Phineas. You can heal up and restore one condition.
Phineas will also leave a coin.
Excellent. Phineas, you are trained. Give me an elementalism roll, if you would. There's definite magic with this fountain. What it is, you don't know. Perhaps it's just this healing magic.
Could I cast my sense magic
Absolutely.
on it?
Would witchcraft know about that?
Yes. So with the sense magic, you confirm that it is elementalism. With the witchcraft, you sense that there is a sentience to this fountain. There is something living within it. Perhaps it is part of the very water itself. And
Well, then I will throw in a silver coin for Pouncey's lick.
Excellent. The water seems to be content. It's not agitated, whereas a moment ago it felt potentially somewhat agitated.
Don't piss the water off.
Yeah, this is not a urinal here.
Is this a altar or?
It's just a little outcropping of stone in the wall there.
Alright, and this is a lever?
These little dots, these are burnt out torch sconces where you could put a torch.
Alright.
Where does this door lead, Thaddeus?
Great question. We've not checked yet. I will see if it's locked. It is not locked.
It is not locked. It leads to another passageway. It looks as though there's perhaps an intersection up ahead.
Oh, more crossroads. So many.
Let me
Maze.
let me make a roll here real quick. Give me 1 second. Phineas, what are you looking for?
Any traps? Any more pitfalls in this corridor?
Just in the corridor? I'm going to assume you're searching, because a spot hidden takes about 10-15 minutes. It's a goodly amount of time. You're searching the area that the torchlight fell upon. Up here behind the fountain, you think there's a panel in the wall that looks different from the rest. Like perhaps there is a secret door there.
Well, could I get it open? Or is it trapped?
Let me grab that room real quick. In my notes.
Perhaps a hidden treasure vault, if anything.
It is not, does not appear to be trapped based on your spot hidden roll. Do you think it would be safe to open?
Would it be sleight of hand, or could I just get it open?
You can just get it open. Let me open it for you. There we go. You push open the secret door, revealing a circular chamber over 10 meters in diameter. In the center stands a grand statue of a warrior clad in full plate armor, complete with a great horned helm and a visor shaped like a dragon's maw. The imposing figure grips a scepter in one hand and a mighty long sword in the other, its tip resting against the ground as if guarding the room. At the base of the statue is an old locked chest. Behind the statue, between two sarcophagi, is an ancient mural stretching across the wall. The mural depicts fierce warriors astride majestic dragons, locked in battle against demonic forces. Below this scene, a line of ancient text is etched into the stone, its meaning obscured by ages. A languages roll might decipher that text. It says, Eladane's champions, eternal protection. So there's the old chest. It does appear to be locked. There are the two sarcophagi. There's the statue.
I'm not too much into disturbing the dead, especially honored heroes, but man, I do love a good chest.
Listen, everyone.
Oh!
Do I know anything about Eladane's champions?
Yes, you know that Eladane was the leader of the forces of the dragon that fought against Sathmog in ancient times. That his champions were likely two of his greatest warriors, and perhaps they are interred here within these very coffins, within this room that seemed to be protected by that fountain. That in old ancient times, this must have been a hall of heroes.
From the grimoire, could I dispel this magic? I don't know the spell, but I can use the grimoire that has it to cast it.
What are you wanting to dispel?
Just any magic that might animate something?
In this room?
Yes.
Like on the statue, you're thinking?
Statue or in the sarcophagi?
Yeah, you can certainly cast it. What level do you cast it at?
Well, I guess I should, if I could sense magic and see, like, if it's particularly strong, then I probably won't do that. But if it's...
Yeah, you could do sense magic first. It will just cost you a willpower point. You get the sense that there is nothing magical about the statue at all. Nothing magical about the chest itself. The sarcophagi, there is nothing particularly magical about them, but there is magic coming from the sarcophagi, but it's a strange kind of magic of which you are not familiar. You want to say it's necromancy, but it's not a dark form of necromancy. You think that perhaps there is something living in those sarcophagi.
Oh my.
Well, I will tell this to my companions.
And you use the word living kind of in quotes. Like there's something in there that is perhaps sentient or maybe not alive, that it needs to draw breath. Perhaps it's been there for centuries. But there's something in there, in both of them. What do you do?
Well, I mean, what is there to do? You try to rob them, I suppose.
Or you could
swords,
leave them to their rest, or you could
always an option.
open the sarcophagi, open the chest, or you could leave them.
We are continuing their mission and seeking to find these pieces and, doing their work. They may just be grateful would they know this.
That's how Phineas justifies eating a second piece of pie. They'd probably want us to have it.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be here if they didn't want it. Can I try spot hidden on the trunk for traps?
Yep, absolutely.
It's gonna be a rough one. Absolutely not.
You're pretty sure that's not trapped. You feel
Totally
confident.
convinced.
Yep. You feel confident there's no traps there.
You're fairly certain that if it had been trapped, you would have set it off with your fumbling there.
Yep.
Certainly.
Yeah, you pick it up and shake it. You hear the jingling of coins inside.
If I take a more closer look,
It is locked, but you see no sign of mechanical or arcane trap on this. You think perhaps it is safe to open.
Can I open it?
You can. When you open it, 3 things happen. First of all, inside you find 2 treasure cards, a golden amulet, and 3 gold coins.
I'm not taking anything out.
The door to the room closes, and the sarcophagi burst open as Eladane's champions rise up to defend the room. And I think that's where we'll end the session, is right there.
I was actually going to put coins in there, guys. Settle down.
You still might be able to, after they're dead, or once you're dead.
And of course, Agatha's going to act all innocent and turn and look at Phineas and say, "What did you do?
And
Why did you do that?"
These are no mere skeletal warriors, the likes of which you have faced before. These are champions. And I think that's where we'll leave off. Let's go ahead and do some improvement rolls, and then next time.
Yeah, we'll save that for when Brêg comes back.
In fact, just for fun, let's just because it does. I checked from Creeping Darkness. It does save our initiative. Let's go ahead and just roll for initiative here, just so we can think all week about. Oh man, I have to go last. What am I gonna do?
It won't even let me pick. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay,
now try
okay.
it.
Nice. Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad at all.
All right. When next we come back, Skeleton Champion number 1 will go first. So let's do some improvement rolls. Why don't we start with... well, there we go. We've already started. Let's start right there with Agatha.
Oh, did I do that?
You did, but that's okay. I was just...
Oh, okay.
I was going to decide who we were going to start with, and you started, so let's start with Agatha.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Oh, that's okay. Someone had to start.
Ah, shoot. Oh, I'm rolling terrible. It's okay. There we go. Yikes. Hey, knives. Oh, I thought that went up.
What was your knife score?
15.
Oh, yeah. You only got an 8 on that one.
Oh, I thought I got a 16. Okay.
That was your sleight of hand. Went from 12 to 13. How about Phineas?
yes.
You should have a bunch of these.
Yep. Ah, almost. Now that goes up. Nope. Ah, that goes up. Nope. Ah, there we go. Oh, wow, I didn't actually improve brawling.
Wow.
I needed a 5.
That's awful.
And then with my elementalism check mark, I'd like to try and learn Dispel
Okay.
from the Grimoire.
That's a languages roll with a Bane. Is that how we do it?
Is it with a Bane?
Let me double check. It's been a minute. I think it's an intelligence roll if someone's teaching you.
It's just a languages roll.
Just a straight languages roll.
Yeah, if someone's teaching you, it's an intelligence roll with a boon.
With a boon. Yep. Perfect. Thank you.
Well, I will use my languages book and my prism of clarity.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
2 dragons.
Oh, there's my dragons for the session. Yeah. All right, and then I will. That'll use my check mark on elementalism.
Is that all your check marks?
Yes.
Let's go to Thaddeus next. And then you can drag Dispel onto your character sheet. So then are you done with that grimoire?
No, there's one more I want to get. It has a magic shield, which I need to spell first, but
Oh,
I'd like
nice.
to learn magic shield.
Does Julianna want to learn any of the spells in that grimoire? You guys could share the wealth. You could learn any of the generals. There's Dispel, Magic Shield, and a Magic Trick, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but I'll wait for Phineas to be done with it, I guess.
Okay.
If Julianna does want to learn a spell, she can use Phineas's book to get a boon on languages.
Oh. Well, I'll wait till you're done with it.
Ooh, crossbows went up, even though you have yet to hit anything with a crossbow.
Yeah. I learned how to actually aim it. Oh, wow, that was terrible. What are you going to do?
Fantastic rolls. Man. And Julianna. Witchcraft goes up. Nice.
Oh my god.
Excellent. All right, I will get this video posted. Hopefully we can find out what happened to Brêg. I still have not heard from him. Hopefully he is able to join us next time. Hopefully we can hear. If not, we might be looking for a 5th to join mid-dungeon. But I will... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do we not have anything next Friday?
I'm doing Shadow Dark, Cry of the Stingbat. I think...
Okay.
I think Craig and Luke and I think Hendrik. I think everybody but you is in it. If you wanted to play, I can definitely add an extra spot if you want to do a Shadow Dark gauntlet.
No, I was gonna. If you were taking the night off, I would have run a Pendragon game, but
Shoot.
I'm not. I don't want to compete with you. So
yeah. Dang it. I will have. I actually know when I'm going to have some time off. The early June, I'm going to another convention. June 5th, 6th, and 7th. I will be off then. And then I'm taking a cruise. No, it's that local, that SaltCon in Utah again. They're doing another one, a summer one. And then
so much fun. Twice.
They actually do it 3 times a year. Then they have an end of summer one. So I may get drug into that one as well. And then early July, I'm going to be going to Alaska for like a week and a half. So I will probably miss a weekend there. But otherwise, I think my Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays are booked out like clear till June.
Nice.
So yeah. I may start doing. I say like, I'm going to take a break, but then I just like during the week I miss it so much I just want to play. So.
Oh, I'm there with you. I was looking at my Google Calendar. I don't have a game until Wednesday scheduled.
Yes, but I got to fit something in between Monday and Tuesday here. So, yeah, it's like heroin. We all just keep coming back.